Test, test. Can y'all hear us? Can y'all hear us? Y'all should be able to hear us now. Testing, testing. Can y'all hear us? We're good? Hey, let's go. Thank y'all for y'all's patience. We back here working. Sorry about that, chat. All right, let's test the stream deck. Can y'all? There we go. Can y'all hear that ding?
Did you hear it on your phone, Joe?
Yeah, I heard it.
You did?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, let's go.
All right, let's go, chat.
Of course, there's the one button I always forget to hit, man.
It'll get better.
All right, sorry guys. I got so excited about the stream deck, I forgot to hit the one button I'm supposed to always hit when I start the show. Yeah. All right. Well then, let's redo this shit, guys. Yeah, from the fucking start. And we're live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Purple Pill Pod, episode 15, #1 show in the world for Dane. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and go follow the podcast Instagram and TikTok tab below. DM me on the Instagram if you're a single lady that would like to come on the show. I always need more ladies. Shout out to my producer JR and Donnie tonight. Thank y'all with the technical difficulties helping me solve that. We got it going on now. Thank you to Cornerstone also for helping me out in the background recruiting. I really appreciate y'all. Guys, we got a special episode going tonight. We got nothing but ladies. This is completely different. We're doing this because we want to see if y'all like this more. If we just have beautiful single ladies on the panel, if y'all enjoy that more than having some guys. To start off tonight. We always do the phase one, which is just profile questions. Like if you were on a dating app, like what things about you, So let's start with your name, your age, your education level, and what do you do for work? And we'll start with you, okay?
All right. So my name is Alicia. I'm 27. I'm studying to become an esthetician, and I'm also a
Hello.
content creator.
Every pro is an.
Okay, you go now.
So start over?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right, guys. My name is Alicia. I'm 27. I'm studying to become an esthetician, and I am also a content creator.
Okay, content creator.
My name is Adira. I'm 28. I have some college experience, but I'm an orthodontic assistant.
Okay. And what about your name, age, education level? What do you do for work?
I'm Hannah. I'm 23. I'm a personal assistant, and I have some college experience.
Okay. What about you?
My name is Erica. I am 28. I have my bachelor's in psychology, and I'm a clinical research coordinator.
Okay.
Okay. I'm Cami. I'm 23, going on 24 in a week.
Okay.
And I'm definitely at UNT right now, trying to become a kinesiology. So I'm basically an athletic trainer. And I work at Frito-Lay.
Okay. At Frito-Lay.
Yes.
That's cool. No, and happy early birthday too.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're gonna have a fun week. So now, guys, I want to know how long have you been single? Why'd your last relationship end? If you're in a situationship, just say how long have you been in that, and how long was your longest relationship too? So how long have you been single? Why did it last end? And what was your longest relationship?
All right. I've been single for about a year now. It'll be a year in 2 weeks. The reason why was multiple reasons, but to keep it short, there was an issue with communication and egos.
Talk closer.
Oh, my bad. There was an issue with communication, egos, and I would say just willingness not to be open-minded or to grow as a person, and I couldn't deal with that. So yeah.
Okay, and was that your longest relationship?
No, it was not. My longest relationship was 4 years.
Okay. All right. Now for you, how long have you been single? Why did your last relationship end? And what was your longest relationship?
My longest relationship was 4 years. I think it was 4. I've been single for about a year and a half. Time really flies.
Why did it end?
I don't, to be honest. It ended because probably the distance.
You have moldavite on your neck?
How you know?
I shouldn't know those things. Don't judge me, guys. I do not know that type of stuff. Do not judge me. I should not have said that.
I do.
Yeah.
I have a lot of stories with this moldavite.
Yeah, I like moldavite. All right. Now for you, how long have you been single? Why did your last relationship end? And what was your longest relationship?
Okay, so I've been single for about 7 months. My last relationship ended because it was just toxic as fuck. There was a lot of cheating going on, and I was not down for that. And the longest I've been in that was 2.5 years.
Okay. What about you? How long have you been single? Why'd your last relationship end? What was the longest one?
Longest relationship was 3.5 years. I've been single, I guess, technically for like a year
She said
and some change. My last relationship ended, I would say, mutually. The decision would be because we couldn't get along. Personally, it would be because I was just having to do too much.
Okay. You were doing too much.
I was doing way
I
too
like
much.
accountability.
Too much. No, not I was doing too
Oh.
much like that. Like I was like overdoing it. Like I was taking care of everything.
You were being a wifey when you shouldn't have been?
I was being mom and dad, all
Oh.
of that, all in one. I was
Oh.
handling everything.
What
so
a
it
lucky
was-
man.
Oof.
What about you? How long have you been single and why'd your last relationship end?
I've been single for about 3 years now, and the reason why my relationship ended, because the guy's toxic, doing a lot of cheating.
And how long ago was that? Or how long have you been single?
2019.
Okay, so about 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then how long was your longest relationship?
I'll say this one.
Okay.
2 years.
Hey, what's good, Austin Holloman?
Yeah,
Dude,
shout
what's
out.
up, bro? Shout out to you, man. Everybody needs to go follow him, bro. I hope you're having a good trip, man. I wanted to come visit you.
Trip. He
Oh,
living out
yeah.
there in Brazil now.
You living now in Brazil, bro. I hope you're having a good time, man.
Hey, it's that bad, chat.
It's that bad. All right. Well, ladies, I have a little question based off of what all y'all just said. So you said that you've been single for about 7 months, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, but you said, yeah, you don't really know, like, kind of?
Technically.
Okay. Well, I want to know, is everybody celibate at this table? Like, has everybody not been having sex over the last, like, month? You're actually celibate.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you celibate?
No.
Are you celibate? Are you celibate?
Huh?
Are you celibate? No? Are you celibate?
I plead the fifth.
Okay, so you're not
No, I'm
celibate.
just playing. I am.
Ladies, I want to know
Smart.
something. I'm really curious about this. So why are you not in a relationship but you're sleeping with somebody? I'm just curious. Is it because it's pleasure, it's fun? Like, why do you think like that it's good to do something like that? Because to me, it's living in your pleasure. It's hedonism in my eyes. It's just doing something because it's just pleasuresome to you. So I'm really curious. Why are you sleeping with guys but you haven't been in a relationship in, you said 3 years. So why are you sleeping with guys but you haven't been in a relationship for 3 years?
It's not that I'm just sleeping with him. We're building onto something. So that's why I'm still there.
Are you really building onto something, or is he just leading you on and you think you're building onto something but really you're not?
No, I think we actually are because if I knew
How long have
that
you been
way-
sleeping with him for?
I'm trying to get my bed.
I'm sorry. I'm just very curious. I like these kind of dynamic relationships, these situationships a lot because they're always very different. Very curious.
It's been a month and some now.
You talk closer a little bit to
It's
the
been
mic.
a month and some.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, yeah, it's short. Then yeah, there might be something to develop in there. I just like to tell ladies though, be careful because if you just do stuff like that, the man of your dreams or like the guy that's a really good husband guy that takes you seriously, you might be walking past him every day, or you might not be giving the chance right now because you're giving a chance to that guy, that might not take you seriously. I don't know. Maybe he might. You've only been sleeping with him for a month, so I'm not gonna sit there and judge anything because you never know. But yeah, I want to know for you. You said that you've been celibate for the last month, but you were in a situationship before that. Why do you choose a situationship whenever you're not being taken serious by the guy?
Well, it wasn't really like a situationship. It was like still involved with my ex-boyfriend, so it was like figuring things out. Yeah.
Y'all just didn't know what y'all wanted mutually, kind of.
I mean, it was like we kind of did, but we didn't really know how to make it work. There was too much, kind of like what somebody else said, like conflict with egos, like people not really playing their part to the best of their ability, a lot of trust issues. So then it got to a point where it was like, all right, like really right now, no matter what, this is just not working. It just got old after a while.
Okay. I want to know about you. So you said for 7 months, you've been kind of single, but you're not celibate. So like those guys that you've been with lately, is there like, why do you think you're doing that? Do you think there's a point to it? Or are you going to make them into a husband, or what do you think?
And don't add the S to the guy.
Huh?
I said don't add the S to the guy.
Oh.
There's only one, but
Okay.
it's a situationship. I'm not gonna lie.
Can you talk closer if you can?
Yes, I see potential for sure, and he's just been showing different ways. So I guess that's where I'm at right now.
Okay. And what about you? I know you're definitely not celibate. So even though you tried to act like you,
No, okay,
tried to plead the
so
fifth, but
because y'all been coming for me all night. let me just break it down. So first of all, I was celibate, but I met this person, and deep down, like I knew I was gonna take him serious because I just am not in that mind frame right now. But it had been a minute. I was celibate for what, like 7 months. So I
What?
just, stuff just happened and it happened.
Okay.
But it wasn't my intentions.
Okay. What about you? I want to know, why, like, I know you said that you're not celibate, so I want to know, like, why have you been doing this for a year also?
Well, it's the vibe. We've been knowing each other for a while. That's the homie. He has my back. I have his. We've been through a bunch of things together. So,
Yeah, it's
we're
just
chilling.
fun.
It's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just fun. I just want the biggest reason why I don't like it when ladies do this is because you accidentally can get into a cycle, a habit, and the next thing you know, you're walking right past the guys that might be the perfect thing for you, and you're never giving those guys a chance because you're focused. You're completely focused on one person that might never give you the chance. So yeah, I always say that, like, the one leverage that y'all have is sex. So if you want to leverage to get a really good guy, you probably shouldn't be having sex with other men because it's just going to ruin it, 9 times out of 10.
I think that's a mental thing, though.
Definitely.
What do you mean? Yeah, go ahead.
Like I feel like for you to lock in on somebody like you slept with once, that's a mental thing. Like your mental strength. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, if I happen to
Here,
meet
talk closer if you can.
if I happen to meet a guy and let's say we're talking and we sleep together, just because I slept with him that night doesn't mean Eric over there is gonna get ignored because he's really checking for me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, so there's something called genuine desire, and like
John?
the way genuine desire works is you can really easily get something called alpha widowed, which means that, like, you have a guy that you're sleeping with, he's an alpha to you, you really like him, you keep sleeping with that person. Women don't like to sleep with multiple people. If they can, they're gonna get it all from one person.
right.
So you can easily get focused on that one person, get alpha widowed by them, and next thing you know, you really will ignore all these other people, and it's just because it's in your mating strategy to do that. It's not in your mating strategy to do what you just said. It's not. You can try to do that as much as you can, but it's very rare that it's actually going to happen for you, or that it's actually going to work, because it's so easy to be alpha widowed. It's so easy for you to be, kind of addicted to a whole nother guy just because you're sleeping with them. Now, don't get me wrong. You're right. Sometimes some other guy can come out of the woodworks and you can have genuine desire for them, but it really just depends. And that's another thing I want to talk about is genuine desire. Do you know what genuine desire is? Well, how often do you like sleep with some, like how the guys that you've been in the longest relationships with, did you sleep with them on the first night, or was it 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks? How many dates did it take before you finally slept with them? Was it the best relationship? I'm not talking about, like just that shitty guy that you kind of gave a chance. I'm talking about your best relationships. Did you sleep with them on the first night?
My best relationship.
Yeah.
Ooh, you getting technical. Technically, it's like.
Well, even just when you think about all the guys that you've really, really
Okay,
liked,
so-
did you sleep with them on the first night, or did you make them wait 2 or 3 weeks?
The ones I really, really liked. No, it was probably like a month.
You would make them wait a month, even though you really like them, to
What
have
do
sex?
What do you mean? Yes.
Oh, wow.
Because it's not just a lust thing for me. Like I need to mentally be attracted to you to just. bust
I
it
mean,
down.
you're the exception to the rule then, because I talk to tons of women every week on here, and it's the complete opposite. They always say that the guys who they have genuine desire for, they sleep with them on the first night. And that's the problem, is that there's a lot of women that do that, and that's fine, but you just got to realize that you're going to be attached to that person after you do that, because you have genuine desire for them. You really, really care about them.
Kind of like
And like,
soul ties.
yes. I want to ask every girl here, like, is there a guy that you've slept with on the first, like same question I asked her. If you had to choose between the guys that you've slept with on the first night and the guys that you've slept with after 2, 3 weeks, which ones did you have the most genuine desire for? The guys that you slept with on the first night, or after 2, 3, or a month?
Well, I've never slept with anyone on the first night, so.
Wow, this is a cap ass panel, dude. This is cap, dude. They're all trying to
so
be
serious.
perfect people over here.
Never.
Okay,
never.
who's actually had sex on the first night at this table?
I'm not saying.
Who's
I'm
gonna
not
be
saying
honest
I
and
have
say
done
and
it
be
before.
honest?
Like,
Who's
I'm
gonna
gonna be honest.
I
Okay.
have done it before. I'm not gonna lie.
That shit
I
is
have
not
done
it.
it before. But if I slept with you on the first night, I don't take you serious. I just don't.
At all. No, you don't.
I
Okay.
don't, because I know what I'm looking for. Like, okay, like I said, for example, like with my last encounter, mentally, I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm not even, you know what I'm saying? But
So sex is just a game. It's just for pleasure to you.
It's not just a game or not just pleasure, but goddamn, it had been a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point, I need to know if I still got it.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So are you saying the guys that you really like, you're making them wait, but the guys you don't like is like on the first night?
Y'all, it's how can I explain this?
I just feel like I don't really be thinking about it that
That's
deep.
what I'm
Like I'm not really
saying.
contemplating.
Of course you're not
before
thinking
I
about that
go,
deep.
like,
Of course you're not
oh,
thinking.
like,
This
no.
is all subconscious. This is not stuff that you're thinking about like a math
This is
problem.
what I see.
This is
Right,
not
but
how
like,
it works.
Okay, so
No.
say the night of, I'm not thinking about like, oh, do I like you enough to sleep
It's
with
that
you on the
I'm
same
telling you,
night?
it's not a
like,
math problem. It's a vibe. I know what you're gonna say. It's a vibe. Like I know. I've talked to a million women. Okay, I know how women talk. It's a vibe. Okay, so what I'm saying though is those guys that you vibe with, those are always going to be the guys that you have actual genuine desire for. Like for you to have genuine desire for a guy that's sitting there putting a lot of time in and getting nothing in return, it's a very rare thing. Most like y'all can see here. This might be a panel of perfect women that don't do anything wrong, but I've had plenty of panels of women that are not perfect and they sleep around a lot. They do have sex on the first night, you know, like they do have genuine desire. Those
Why
people.
you look at me when you said that?
I'm not choosing nobody. I'm not choosing
I
nobody.
just feel like having sex with somebody on the first night doesn't mean that you just like them so
Right,
much. Oh my
right.
gosh, I genuinely
Yeah.
just want you so badly. There's
It's
not really
more
a correlation to
likely.
me.
Like, yes, you might just be sexually attracted to them and you just want to have sex with them, but that means that somebody really likes you. Like for a
But then what
guy,
if it was trash?
I feel like when somebody kind of pisses me off, or like I'd be like, I don't want to have sex with you
wanna do
anymore.
that.
Like once you're like cringe to me, like I don't want to have sex with you. I don't want to hang out with you anymore. So then, regardless if I had
are
sex
you trying
with
to tell me that guys that are cringy actually get to have sex with you? Because that's I
No,
never
I'm
hear
saying,
that
no,
Please
ever.
answer
I'm
the
saying
question.
if I have sex with somebody on the first night, right, and then after the fact we're still hanging out, and then I find out they're cringy, I'm like, I don't want to hang out with you. I don't want to have sex with you anymore. So it doesn't matter that I had sex with them on the first night. I'm still turned off based off of something
Okay,
else.
let me go back to what this all started with. What I'm trying to explain is that when a woman usually has sex on the first night with a guy, it's usually because she really fucking likes him. Because that is something that y'all prize a lot. Sex is a big deal to women. Like y'all don't give it out to every guy.
Yeah,
Even though every guy wants it, y'all don't give it out to every guy, okay?
Yeah.
So because of that, when y'all give it to a guy on the very first night, it is a fact that he's probably doing something fucking right. He's doing something right for you to want to give it to him on the first night, especially since some of y'all are saying y'all don't like to do that. So if you're doing it on the first night, he has to be a pretty special man. That's all I'm trying to say. So is that you would have to have genuine desire for those type of people. It's not something that a woman isn't going to sleep with a guy just because he's just a normal dude. It doesn't work that way, especially on the first night. He has to have something special about him. That's all I'm trying to say. Now, y'all can sit here and deny about genuine desire and all that, but I'm not going to debate y'all over that anymore. It's ridiculous. All right, so now I want to know what hobbies do y'all have and what do you like about yourself the most? Just one thing that you like the most about yourself and one big hobby, you know? We'll start with you this time. The biggest hobby and the thing you like the most about yourself.
Okay, so my biggest hobby is painting. I really love to draw. I'm obsessed with art. And my favorite thing about myself, I would say, is my passion.
Okay. And what about you? What your biggest hobby and what do you like about yourself the most?
My hobby, I hang around family a lot. I like family gatherings.
Family girl.
Yeah, I'll throw the cookout. I got you.
That's a different. I don't think anybody's ever answered that as a hobby, but family is a good thing to have as a hobby. Yeah, spending time with people you love. Yeah,
for sure. And then what was the other question?
What do you like about yourself the
What I like
most?
about myself the most? I feel like I'm pretty chill. I love the fact that I'm very chill and laid back. Yeah.
Cap.
a hater.
All right, for you now, what's your hobbies and what do you like the most about yourself?
I have a few different hobbies, but I love painting too. I love working out. I love volleyball. And my favorite thing about myself, I would say I'm positive. I would say I'm positive and dependable. I love helping people out, but I'm also independent. So
Okay. Dependable but independent.
for sure.
What about you? What's your biggest hobby and the thing you like the most about yourself?
My biggest hobby, it's kind of like a secret hobby, but poetry, like poetry and writing. And my favorite thing about myself, I would say like emotional depth. my emotional depth or like emotional intelligence for sure.
Okay. Since you like to write, have you tried to do music or anything like that?
No.
Oh, if you like
no,
poetry,
no.
you need to. You can sell. You just sell You can just sell all the lyrics. What about you? Your biggest hobby and what do you like the most about yourself?
My biggest hobby, I model right now. So I do like fashion runway, and I'm an ambassador, so I like to do that. And then, what was the other question?
What do you like the most
What I
about
like-
yourself?
What I like the most about myself is I'm pretty chill. I'm kind of like the life of the party. I like to get out and do things with all my friends and just people that like to have fun, period.
Damn, you trying to
Enjoy
tell the
life.
chat secret or something? Like you hella low voice. God damn.
Yeah, well,
sorry.
she's just a little bit too far. Yeah. Yeah.
Try-
Hey, thank you, Michael, for the $1. And pursuing the truth. For us men, having multiple sexual partners makes a woman less desirable for a high value man. Giving it away to random guy makes sex nothing special. Very true. Let's go ahead and I'll do that actually a little bit. We won't get into that one yet. I want to know, ladies, what can you improve on? I want to know something that you can improve on for yourself. Like I know we all like think we're perfect, but what's one thing that you want to fix about yourself before you get into another relationship? We'll start with you this time.
I do think I'm. No, I'm just playing.
You can say it if you want. That's fine.
Nah, I think communication. Kind of.
You want to get better at communication?
Yeah.
Would you say that you're bad at texting or what?
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely, yeah.
Bad at texting? You be going out with your girls and not texting with you the whole time?
Yes.
Oh, you're wrong. All right. What about you? What can you improve on?
Well, I have a smart mouth. So yeah, I could probably watch how I talk to people when I get mad for
Even
sure.
in relationships too, you're like
most definitely.
Most definitely?
Most definitely. Yeah, once I'm mad, I'm mad. So
Oh, man.
I could probably work on that.
you're the type of girl to be instigating your man.
No, I don't instigate. I just finish it. I'm just a
Okay.
finisher. That's it. And I've been told that I don't listen. So maybe I could work on listening.
Not very
more
coachable?
often. It depends who's telling me.
Okay.
If it's a trusting source, I could listen. But if I'm not sure,
What makes somebody a trusting source?
oh, I feel like okay. When it comes to the perspective of a man, like if I'm around you and I feel safe and protected, and like I'm not having to call all the shots or make all of the decisions, then I trust you. Then if you tell me something, I feel safe. Like, okay, cool. I don't have to question it.
You need a big protector man.
Yeah, but if
Okay.
I'm with a man and I'm always in control, I'm always having to make all the decisions on everything, I don't really feel too safe around you. Like, I don't really.
He's too feminine for you, huh?
Yeah, I don't feel confident in your decision making skills because you don't ever make any.
Okay.
So,
I get it.
Okay.
What can you improve on?
Like she said, I have a smart ass mouth. So
I can tell already at this table, man. Y'all are all smart asses.
my attitude, definitely how I say things sometimes. For
Okay.
Sure.
What can you improve on?
My patience.
Patience.
Yep.
Patience.
Learned
Okay.
that this year. Didn't know what it was, but it's my patience. I don't got none.
Can you go into like a little bit more detail about that? Like, what were you not patient about?
A lot of stuff, just like I feel like if I know what I want,
You better be on it too.
Yeah, like we need it now because
Like kind of like a money thing. Like you're impatient about a guy taking too long to make money, or like what do you mean?
It's just with everything. Like I need it. If I want it, I want it now. If I want to be with you, I want to be with you now. Like if we need to go to the grocery store and get groceries, then you go now. You know what I'm saying?
You're impatient in that way.
Impatient.
That's very masculine of you. What could you improve on?
I would say I'm very self-sufficient, like extremely independent. So it's hard for me to let somebody come in and support me or care about me or just, let a man be a man. So I would say I'm just letting my guard down a little bit more and allowing someone to actually
Let
be
that
there for
feminine
me.
energy come out of you, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta. Yeah. Is there anything that y'all need to know? You gotta let the man be the man. And like, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of men that aren't leaders, and there's a lot of men that are shitty at being men. So I understand that there might be some men that y'all mess with that's like, oh, he does not deserve that respect. Because yeah, I agree. But you should not be messing with those type of men. So you shouldn't ever have to complain about it. Because you should never mess with those type of guys.
We never know
But they got good
ourselves.
dick, right? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just
That's what
saying.
makes it toxic.
That's what makes it
I feel
toxic. Yeah.
like in today's generation, it's like that though. Like men, a lot of women are so independent and strong-minded. They do often lead, so men get comfortable in that, and we just keep growing as a leader. So when even if you was to meet a man that is a leader, of course you're going to be submissive.
Mhm.
But 9 times out of 10, that man's going to be very much comfortable. So we're just very dominant. So we accidentally become masculine because they don't know how to be masculine.
You know, so I like to debate this a lot with guys, and you're kind of right. Like, they don't know, but also I think that the system pushed them into this. Like, with the dollar being devalued as much as it has, it's forced women into the workplace. One man can't pay for an entire household and pay for a whole family anymore. Plus, with Amazon and all the cool stuff online, it's really hard to provide for a woman because y'all want a lot more than y'all have ever wanted. No, it's 1,000% it's 1,000% the truth, because for thousands of years humans were complete. That's how it was in the housing dynamic. A man never could not provide for you for thousands of years. If you said, I need wood for the fire, your man was able to go get the wood for the fire. But now today, if you told your man and he only makes 50K a year and y'all need, hold on. If he has a flat tire, okay, and he can't make it because he only makes 50K a year and he's struggling with his bills, he's immediately emasculated. This is the first time in history where men are immediately emasculated because they can't pay, because they can't do something, because they can't pay to get something done.
With money. But that's my question.
Money is
Why-
everything. Money
why
is
it
literally everything in society.
Slightly.
No, it is. It's everything. You need money to
but
pay rent. You need
for
to
a
make money to do
man, though,
everything.
For a man, as a woman, like what you just said, to provide for me, I don't need it to just be all money, because, like you said, it's 2022. I have a job as well, so we're both paying the bills.
But that doesn't mean that you don't have a natural desire from 100,000 years of
but
evolution that makes you. No, hold on. No, you have 100,000
You
years.
cut me off,
You have
though.
100,000 years of evolution that shows you that you want a guy that can provide for you. You would not sell. You
Yes,
know that
I do,
statistically
but not just
speaking,
money.
you know, statistically speaking, women want a guy that makes 58% or more than them. Okay, so is that a lie to you? Are you the exception to the rule?
58%.
Yes.
No, you
So
gotta
that
ask
means
her.
that. So that means that if you make $100,000 a year, you want a guy that makes 150K. Is that
You gotta
true
ask
for
her
you?
how much she
It's
wants
not
in a
true
man.
for me.
That's not
He
true
can-
for you. Well, then you're
because-
exception to the rule.
Okay, but
then you're
I'm
an exception.
saying,
That's all I'm
no,
saying.
Because a lot of women think the same way that I think. It's not just
Statistically
money.
speaking, I'm correct.
Statistically, yes.
Yeah, so
But
you're an
but
exception
we're-
to the rule.
okay,
You're
alright,
you're a minority. You're an exception to the rule.
All right.
It's just the facts. Like, if you don't like the facts, it's just the facts. Like, you're an
Okay.
exception to the rule.
Ma'am, how much money does a man have to make in order to somewhat get your interest?
Get my interest. I don't just look at money. That's the problem.
But
he
there
could
has-
be making the same thing as I make. He can make less than me. But if you're
So
providing,
20K?
that's fine. We can make it work.
That's cap.
It's not cap, because if you're providing, it's other than money for me. Like I said, if you're providing emotional support, spiritual support, if you have my back, like I have your back, I'm big on loyalty.
Did you not
Period.
just say that you're impatient?
I
Okay.
am impatient.
Okay, so one of the things that usually comes with impatience is probably that he's not like you said, you want to go get groceries immediately, right? And he's dragging ass and not doing it, okay? Impatient.
Yeah, like have some ambition, to go at least if I'm gonna pay
So
for
does that
groceries,
so what does
you can make the
ambition
grocery list,
so what does
goddamn,
ambition
like,
go hand in hand
teamwork.
with? What does ambition go hand in hand with? Probably somebody that's good at providing and making money. So yeah, a guy
Be a
that's
leader?
a guy that is
You can
going.
lead and not have money, bro. Like I don't. Okay.
There's
Let me
I
be the
highly
exception
disagree
to
with
the
that.
rule. Okay.
I
You
don't
got
I don't
me.
think a guy can be a good leader and also be
So
bad
if
at making money.
So if your girlfriend made way more money than you, that's gonna be a problem for you.
No, because it'll never happen. But no, I would
Okay.
never date a girl who made more money than me anyways. Like you should know that guys don't like to date girls that make more
Why,
money
though?
than them.
Why is it so intimidating to you?
It's not
As a
intimidating
man,
at all.
For me to make more money than you in the household,
It
why is
has
that so
nothing to do with
intimidating?
it. It's the fact that I'm better at doing it. I make very good money.
You're
I
better
make
at
well
doing
into the six figures. So yes, I'm always going to take care of my woman. She's always going to be provided for, and she's always going to have
Right.
everything taken care of her.
And that's
Because
fine.
that's
You would
how
date
it's
a man that
supposed
makes
to
less
be.
than you, ma'am?
I would date a man that makes less than me. Yeah, that's fine, because like I said, he can provide other stuff. And as a team, you may be making less than me now, but I'm gonna push you to work towards your goals, and then you may be a billionaire by next year.
Okay, so I have a same question for the whole panel. Do everyone agree with that or no?
No.
Exactly. Keep going.
For
Does
me,
everybody?
It depends on how big
I'm the only
that
one that
gap
answered.
is.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Everybody's scared. Well, I mean, it's hard for y'all to all disagree with each other, probably.
Because it's like I'm
The que-
saying,
I don't
being
think the question was clear.
realistic.
The question is, would you date someone that makes less than you, ma'am?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. So I feel like based off my experience at this point, no, just because maybe a man doesn't like consciously know that he doesn't want to be with a woman that makes more money than he does, but after so long, it's like subconsciously that man is going to start to resent you and be angry at you for everything because he knows that he's not the protector, the provider. He doesn't have the masculine role. And maybe not consciously, but eventually he's gonna fucking hate you for it.
Right.
So
I
like,
agree and
no.
disagree with that one.
Yeah.
Only because you may have a man, like you might start your business, but he might be supportive of that and he might make as much as
Talk a little
you.
closer.
But then if you succeed in your business and you make way more than he does, he might be the protector and like the holding down and like, you know,
That's what I'm saying.
he might
But I
provide
feel
that
like
for
at that
you.
point he's your business partner. If he's working and helping you to escalate your business,
But supporting
regardless-
isn't helping if he's not into your hobby that you are in.
Exactly.
But so would he be helping you with your business if he wasn't into it?
No, because you would have your own crew.
But I'm saying, but if he was willing to, though, if he was like, "Oh, my wife is popping shit right now. What can my girlfriend popping hot shit? What
That
can I do
wouldn't
to
attract
support
me.
her?"
I wouldn't like
yeah,
that.
see,
So-
like, see, this is what I'm trying to say is that
That's
most
not my
guys
case.
don't like, and the guys that y'all typically want. Let's be honest. Let's be honest here. Typically, I know you might be an exception to the rule, but 50%. I could show you statistics all day long. 58%
Y'all,
women want
you
58%.
come at me like I'm
more.
saying I'm gonna pick up bum off the streets and be like, yeah, bro,
Oh
let's
my
make
God.
you. A
I'm not saying
billionaire.
that at all. I'm just saying at the end of the day, y'all do want a guy. If a woman is saying that she doesn't want a guy that is superior to her in every category, you're lying. You want a guy that's taller than you, you want a guy that's stronger than you, you want a guy that makes more money,
Right.
you want a leader, you want all these things.
Okay.
So
I guess what I'm
so when
saying
you do
is,
these
I'll
things, when
work
you
with
have a business, when you own a
That's all I'm
business,
saying.
but when you own a business or you do any of those things, you're literally asking for a guy to do what is against his genetic ability, what he is born to do, what he wants to do, what all men for thousands of years have done. And you can find a guy that will go against that, but I'm telling you, it's going to be kind of hard. And you can do it. You're the exception to the rule. It's possible for sure. It's definitely.
I feel like
So-
you're just not getting what I'm saying though.
Go ahead.
I mean, it's okay. I'm not gonna keep arguing. I'm just saying, like I said, it's not like I'm saying I'm picking a bum off the streets. I'm saying that when we first meet, if I'm making more money than you, I'm not gonna count that against you. You know what I'm saying? We can grow. You're gonna get better, of course, because I'm gonna push you. Hopefully, another big thing is you gotta have some type of ambition. You get what I'm saying? So yes, I do agree that the man should be higher than you
A superior in some ways.
in some ways, but if at the time when we meet you don't make more money than me, I'm not counting that against you.
Yeah,
You got
no,
what I'm
and,
saying?
and that's something that a lot of girls have answered, that if the guy isn't a provider right now, he at
Mhm.
least has to have the drive,
The
which is
potential.
what you're saying.
Right.
The drive, the potential to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel
And-
like that's tiring.
Yeah, and for some women, they've already gone through that, and they're like, "Oh, I'm not going to do the guy with drive anymore because he was horrible in whatever way, shape, or form, whatever." You know, so yeah, it goes
So,
both ways. Maybe
got
it's an age
I
thing.
got a follow up question with that. To the lady in the denim jacket. I know you just said whenever you first meet a guy, it's
Mhm.
okay if he doesn't make as much as you. Remember, whenever you first meet him, but
Mhm.
every man is on some type of time clock
For sure.
from that point.
Mhm.
So even you're agreeing with me here. So how long would it take that you're going to be like, you know what, I'm not going to be providing for you financially, like paying majority of the brunt work for the rent or the house, whatever the case may be? How long would you do that for before you're like, you know what,
Like
fuck
say he
this?
was in college, you know, to like get a good job, like a lawyer or something like that. How long would you pay the bills to help him go to college?
I mean, until he finishes college, but we gotta be.
There's no
really-
time limit on it. Like you
Yeah.
wouldn't be like, you can't do this shit for a
Count
year.
me
or two.
out of
You're in
that.
college for how long though? You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
for
Men,
4 years,
Men do it
for-
for women all the time. I'm big on like I don't
All
treat
the
people
time.
how they wouldn't treat me. You know what I'm saying? Like I've met plenty of men that held their girls down while they went to school.
So you would do the same.
So I would reciprocate that type of energy if we're locked in. I'm not gonna be like, oh, George hella fine. He's going to school to be a lawyer. I'm gonna ride it out with him because he's gonna be a lawyer. We might not make it.
Mhm.
It has to be other things that are adding to the pot as well. But I'm saying if you have a dream and this is your goal in life to be here and I'm over here, then we can. Teamwork makes the dream work.
I just want
Alright,
to know if there's
so-
a limit on the days,
Without
though.
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
what? You know what? Hey,
So,
pause,
no
everybody.
ring?
Pause real quick. I'm calling straight cap. You know why? Just a minute ago, you just mentioned that, hey, there's going to be guys that are just going to get too comfortable with their woman providing for them. You were just
Right.
complaining about that shit just a minute
Okay,
ago.
but that's where the time question comes, which I haven't answered. So if he's going to college, he's still working on something. I'll thug it out with you while you're going to college. If we're tied and locked in, like have a great understanding, you get what I'm saying? But for me, if it's not like that, probably got 6 months to a year to show proof in what you talking about.
Mhm.
Because
So
I'm not
you on
gonna
the
waste
clock.
my time. Yes.
So
I
there
am
is a
on the
clock.
I think it's
Of
shorter than
course.
6 months though.
It
Yeah,
might
I'd say
be.
It's definitely gonna be shorter
Because
than 6
you
months.
can just tell when a
That's a
person
long
is capping,
time.
like,
That is
oh,
a
I
long
want to go
time.
do
Long ass
this.
fucking time.
Or you know what I'm saying? Like, you just see it in the person here.
Say a
No,
couple
I feel you.
months.
Did you answer what you wanted to improve on? I can't remember. Did you?
No.
No. Yeah. I don't think you. Or did you?
Oh yeah, I said the whole self-sufficiency.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Everybody, did you do that one too?
Everybody
Okay.
answered? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We all did that one. All right. So I just want to know, just really quick, does everybody want kids or don't want kids? Do you want kids?
Oh, I'm actually on the fence right now.
How old are you?
I'm 27.
Okay. What about you?
I have a kid.
You have one.
Mhm.
And how old are you again?
I'm 28.
28. How old are you?
23.
23,
28.
28.
23.
And then, did you want a kid?
I definitely want to.
Do you want a kid?
Not sure. I don't
Not
know.
sure. Do you want a kid?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. But you're the only one with a kid.
Mhm.
High five. We both have kids.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah. So just so everybody else can know, there might be a guy who's like, I ain't gonna talk to those girls because they don't want no kids. I want to know, how can you be complimentary to the other sex? So, like, say, like, there's a perfect husband out here watching. What's something that makes you complimentary to a man in a relationship? Like, kind of sets you apart from other women. We'll start with you actually this time. What's something complimentary you would do for a man? Like the perfect guy. I'm not talking about just some bum. Like the perfect man.
I'll say give off the same energy.
We should define what a perfect man is to them, right?
Guy who
It's
makes
perfect.
400,000.
No.
Nobody's
Let them.
perfect.
No, I feel like
let
we
them.
should define on how you want to compliment it because you could be.
Let them.
I don't know if it's like
Different ways.
complimentary, like one instance, or like how do
So
you
here,
compliment him in
I'll
general?
give y'all an example. So the word that I'm using, the reason why I'm using complimentary is because one of my favorite words is complementarianism, which means that's what Jews, Christians, a lot of religious couples believe in something called complementarianism. It's the exact opposite of egalitarianism. So egalitarianism is, say you're in a relationship and y'all both pay 50-50 on everything. Y'all, so that's an egalitarian relationship. A complementarian relationship is whenever like the man's really good at certain things, but the woman's really good at certain things. Y'all each have y'all's own things that you're really good at. So if you were in a relationship with a guy for the other sex, the perfect other sex, what's something that you would be very complimentary to him? He's going to be really good at making money and doing certain things. What are you going to be really good at in the household?
Okay, I think I'll say doing what I'm supposed to do. Like if I'm like a housewife, do anything around the house, and as long as he like making money, and I can make my own money as well too.
You'd be the
I'll
perfect
be the
compliment to him.
perfect
You'd
to
be
him,
able to do
making-
everything that he's
yeah.
not good at.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about you?
Yeah, same. Like if he's out.
And there's
getting
not like
money,
one thing you're
bringing
really
in-
good. You're not like really good at cooking or anything like that. That's what this question is kind of like noting.
I
Is
would say
that
like emotional support. Then if it
Uh,
comes down to
you're
the
really
one
good at
specific
emotional
thing,
support?
yeah. Because if he's the breadwinner, he's the provider. I feel like it's safe to say like there's gonna be times he's stressed out, like maybe he's working overtime, everything like that. If I'm not doing anything else but staying at home, cooking, cleaning, in my whatever, the least I could do is be like the safe space for him to come home, unload based off of grinding, working hard all day, every day.
No.
Hey,
Yeah,
I got a
and
question
sex
follow
also.
up with that. How is it going to be a safe space at home whenever you just said the worst thing about you is your mouth? That's just a contradiction.
No. But I also said that I'm not the instigator. My mouth gets bad when I'm being instigated. If you're antagonizing me, and I have a limit, like if you're antagonizing me, like I'll try and de-escalate. But again, I have a limit. After it's so far, okay, you want to pop shit, then we could pop shit for real, and maybe that'll show you. Stop trying to pop shit because I wasn't doing anything to you.
Yeah.
So-
Do not test that girl if anybody's got slide in her DMs.
Yeah, she gonna cut somebody.
What makes you complimentary to a man? Like, what do you think is your best skill that goes in line
I
with them?
personally think I'm good at cooking, laundry, organizing, planning things,
Organizing is
flights and
huge.
trips,
I feel like
and just personal shit.
yeah, and sometimes guys don't want to handle all that shit.
No,
So
at
honestly, a
all.
woman being good at the vacation bullshit is actually a really good trait. Just so y'all know. For you, what's something that makes you very complimentary to a man?
I feel like I'm pretty submissive, very loyal.
Loyalty is huge.
a
I want
team
all the ladies to
player.
know that. That's actually a really big deal that
I'm
you said
big
that.
on loyalty. Like I don't play. No, but yeah, I'm just a team player, all in all. So whatever you can't do, I'll pick up to, make your day easier.
Okay. What about you?
Wow, listening to everyone, I feel like my answer is kind of masculine, but I would say two things, like my creativity. So like I'm a marketing whiz. I'm really good at business. So whenever he needs ideas, whenever he's feeling discouraged, I'm there with the answers. And
That's
then,
not masculine. That's a
That's
good thing to
not
have.
bad.
I don't think that's a bad thing at all. Yeah.
And
then what else?
The second thing, I'm very strong spiritually. So whenever, again, like you're feeling weak, you're feeling discouraged, I can get your mind right and get you back on track.
Okay. No, that's perfect. That was a good answer. Like your first one was a good answer. That I want women to start thinking about those kinds of things, because when you're trying to look for the man of your dreams, you need to be thinking about what does he want? Because a lot of times, sometimes women only think about, what makes me happy or what's gonna, do it. But sometimes if you want that really badass guy, or like that guy that's really hard to lock down, you got to think about what does he want? It's not always about what you want. So now I want to know what's y'all's political affiliation, just really quick. Democrat, Republican? Demo? You don't have to answer if you don't want to.
Yeah, I don't.
You don't want to? Democrat, Republican?
I would say demo, but I'm in between with some things for sure.
Okay.
Demo.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, so now we're going to go into the preference questions. Let's see if we can find the guy that out here on the internet that you are looking for. Just really quick, political affiliation for the guy. Does he need to be a certain thing?
No.
No? Does he need to be something? A Dem or Republican?
Mm-mm.
No? Does he need to be something?
No.
Does he need to be something?
Open-minded.
Open-minded?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, be on the winning team.
Be on the winning team. You gotta be a Dem. Okay. But most of y'all so y'all might have a preference, or y'all might be something, but y'all don't mind if your preference is different from you politically.
Right.
That's no. Most girls answer that same way. I never thought that until I started answering that question. I always thought a woman was always looking for whatever they are, but I guess that's not always true. Do y'all prefer a traditionally conservative relationship or a 50-50 relationship? So traditionally conservative is the housewife thing, the guy's working all the time, or the 50-50 relationship where, y'all are splitting everything, or something in between. Like, what are you looking for? We'll start with you this time.
Ooh, I can't say both because I like 50-50. I feel like I can bring in my side as well, just as much he can.
So something like maybe 70-30 or something like that. Okay. What about you?
Definitely not going for the 50-50 anymore, really. But I also feel like it depends, because if it's a matter of, like, say we're both working, if one of us works more, if we're going 50-50, we're going 50-50 with everything. 50-50 with bills, housework, cooking. Like, I'm not working as much as you and coming home and taking care of everything to make sure you're good, and then nobody's taking care of me.
Mhm.
So if we're going 50-50, it's 50-50 across the board. I'm not really trying to go 50-50 at all. So, like, 80-20, honestly.
80-20 would be nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
80-20.
It's just so everybody knows.
In a perfect world.
Yeah. What about you?
I would say conservative, but I've done 50-50, but I feel like that makes more sense when y'all are both on an income level that is the same.
You're both grinding.
Right. And y'all are building on something that y'all both want. Other
True.
than that, it doesn't make fucking sense.
Yeah, true. Yeah, no, I
but
agree. Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, I agree completely. What about you?
Probably in the middle.
Something like 75-25, something like that,
Yeah.
if you could.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely in the middle with it, like 80-20.
80-20.
Mhm.
Yeah, nobody wants to do 50-50, man. That's just not fun. What height do y'all
Hey,
prefer? Yeah,
Real quick, I want to back up on that.
yeah, go.
85. Did you say 80-20?
She said 80-20, yeah.
Yes.
80-20. Denim jacket 80-20?
She said
Or 75?
75-25.
75-25?
Probably.
Like you being the breadwinner or the guy?
It don't matter.
Oh, just a minute ago, you just mentioned that you don't mind picking up the slack.
I don't mind picking up the slack just because in my personal
I was waiting for you to lie.
experience, I have a personal experience with that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like my true beliefs of things I get is very like freaking magic book, I guess.
And well, here's the thing also, like, I didn't know that you had a kid, but now that I know you have a kid, so
Yeah.
you're forced, whenever you have a kid and you're a single mother, you're forced into that masculine role.
Right.
You don't have a choice.
Right.
So the thing is, you probably have a lot of masculine traits, but you really didn't have a choice because you had a kid and you were
Right.
forced to step up and do certain things.
Right.
So now I understand you a lot better though. What height do you prefer though?
I'm a tall girl, so I'm gonna say. Okay, are we giving like real answers?
I want-
like.
Well, I mean, it has to be somewhat realistic so these guys can see it, or so like you might be able to actually find the person. Like,
Wait, how
I
tall
want
are
to
you?
say 6'2" or 6'4" because the statistics of that are super low if you don't know.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'6.5".
Okay,
So,
but you want to be able to wear heels still, probably, huh?
Right. So
At least 6 foot.
Ideally at least 6 foot, but I would compromise and go down to like 5'10", 5'11".
Okay, that's actually pretty good for your height. I feel like
You know, I mean, because if he's a great guy, I'm not gonna turn him down just because he's barely, you know.
you can put the heels in the closet for the rest of your life. What about you? What height do you prefer?
What am I, 5'6"? I don't know. He could be like 5'8". I feel like I've dated a 5'8" person before.
You wouldn't mind about the heels or anything?
Because when I put heels on, we like right at the same height. So
5'8".
no.
You're like 5'6". Heels would put you like 4 inches taller, 4 or 5 inches taller.
5'10".
Yeah, you might need a 5'10"
Okay, so
guy.
maybe 5'10".
All right, she needs a 5'10" guy. Sorry. What about you? What's the height that you need?
I would say 6'3" and above.
Just because you're
How tall
tall?
are you?
I'm 5'9", so with heels I'm 6'2".
Yeah, she needs it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about for you?
Preferably like 6 foot.
How
but,
tall
like,
are you?
5'5.5". Doable like 5'9", 5'10".
Okay.
If I'm like a little bit taller than you with heels on, I'm not really tripping.
Okay. What about you?
I like them
Talk close.
I like them tall.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'4.5".
Oh wow.
I say I'm really 5'5" though. You know, give me a little boost.
So what do you want? Like 6'2"?
Yeah, I mean, in my last relationship, he was 6'7".
Wow.
Damn, Shawty, we have the last one.
Was he a basketball player?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was too. So
Okay.
you know, yeah.
You're not very tall to be a basketball player. All right, now I want to know just really quick. Do y'all need a gym guy? You need a gym guy?
Yes, because I'm in the gym.
Okay. Do you need a gym guy?
My answer now, yes.
Yes. Why now?
Because before
You were the overweight dude before?
before I wasn't in the gym, but now I kind of understand more. So if you're not in the gym, like, what are you doing?
Okay. All right. You need a big gym?
I would say yes, but I like a dad bod too sometimes.
It just depends.
It depends.
He could have the money and that just takes it all away.
It's not the money.
It's
It's
not
if you
the
take care of yourself and you look good.
You got the swag. What about you?
I feel like it depends, but I do like skinny boys, so not a man that's like meal prepping every single day, hardcore,
Yeah.
super ripped.
I think there's
Straight.
only been like
Talking
2
about me.
people on the show ever say they like skinny people.
Yeah.
What do you need a gym guy?
Not really.
Not really.
Not really.
Like, is there a preference of like if he had to be like skinny or over? Like, if he wasn't muscly, like, is there a preference?
No, I'm in the middle.
Okay.
I like, yeah,
You
I
just like
a
the little dad
I
bod.
like a little, yeah.
A little dad bod.
Mhm.
All right. Now I want to know the income preferred. We already know for some of y'all. I'm just kidding. What about you? What's the
20K.
income that you would prefer, like minimum too? So like say 60, 70, 80, 100. You can say 150 if you want.
I was about to say too.
You're not gonna like my answer, but like I
200.
feel like it doesn't
No,
really.
be honest. Always be honest, guys. I love all y'all's answers.
Yeah, and
because
shout out to you
this
because
is-
you've been real honest this show.
Yeah, and everything is
Yeah, you've been good.
educational too. So be honest because we're trying to educate guys on what women really want. We don't want to sit there and just tell these guys lies all day long so then they can never get girls one day. So please just be honest the best you can.
Okay, I'm going to say at least 60, but at the same time, as long as you have like your lifestyle together and you can handle all of your needs and you're not struggling, I really don't care what the exact number is.
Okay, but about 60. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, which 60 is average. So very normal. So no, good. What about you?
I agree with her.
60? Okay.
Yes.
What about you?
I would say like 120.
120?
Yeah.
That's fine. That's just top 10%ish. What about you?
Yeah, I would say it doesn't matter as long as like you're not like you need whatever, you're straight, but ideally probably like 75, just so it's like more than what I'm at, you know.
Yeah.
Like somebody who's making more than me, so like 75, 80.
Oh, you want a little bit of a leader.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I'll say up there, like 120. Yeah.
120?
You can say 200. No one's gonna judge.
Just don't say 400,000 because that's top 1%. that's-
Bidding.
And anytime somebody says 400,000, I think they're crazy as shit. All right, so now, do you need somebody that's are you very social or are you more of a homebody?
I'm a homebody.
Homebody?
I'm both.
You're both? You could do either one?
Yep.
That's good. You got to be good at both. Well,
Both.
both.
I'm more so social, but I don't like somebody that's gonna steal the social light if we go out together. Like I don't want a man that's gonna want to be in the spotlight, talk to everybody, do the most every time we go out to do something socially.
What? That has to be you only?
No, not me only, but it's like like I'm not gonna do the most either, but like you shouldn't be doing the most. I feel like you should kind of just be like watching,
What if-
observing.
Don't
like,
you love a man
what
with
if
clout,
he's
though?
like,
the,
no, you can have fun, but
but like, what
just-
if he's the man? Like when
Rivers
he
on
goes
the
to the
clout.
club, like all the girls,
Right.
or not all the
it's a way
girls,
to
but
be
he's well
player
known.
about it. Like if you're well known, it's a way to be player about it without
Like, let
making
everybody
it come
coming up to
across
you.
corny. Yeah, like if you see
Right.
somebody like, yeah, y'all could speak whatever, but don't be trying to be like, yeah, mosh pit.
I
Whatever,
just never see guys
obnoxious
act
with
like
it.
what you're talking about, so it's really weird to me. I've just
Oh,
never seen a guy
okay.
do that, honestly. Like
You'll
act,
be surprised.
act all
like,
flamboyant, kind of.
it's not necessarily flamboyant. It's just like, oh, like you're an attention seeker. Like you're here with your girl, but you want everybody, all eyes on you throughout the night.
That is
like,
super
no,
weird to
like
me.
relax.
Yeah, that's really weird. I've just never seen that, so it's super awkward.
Definitely.
Social or homebody?
Social homebody. I'll be in the
Both. Okay.
nightlife.
All right. Now I want to know, how do y'all normally source for dating? I want to know, do you usually get guys that cold approach you, Instagram, or dating apps? Basically, those three things: cold approach, Instagram, or dating apps. We'll start with you this time. The way that the guys that hit you up that you actually like they're attractive enough, or you actually go on dates with them, those guys.
Cold approach.
Cold approach. Okay.
Cold approach.
Cold approach. Okay.
Cold approach for sure.
Okay.
Probably Instagram.
Instagram. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's the biggest dating app in the world.
I say Instagram and cold approach.
Instagram
Like,
and cold
yeah,
approach.
both.
Guys, that's why I tell you all the time, cold approach is king. Y'all got to get out there.
Oh, for the ladies that said IG, what is most important for you to look at whenever you come across a guy's profile? Is it his pictures, his how many followers he has? Like, what are some of the things you look for?
Well, I will.
Blue check.
I would just take Instagram over cold approach just because, like, off rip, if I meet you in person, I can already gauge like whether I really want to interact with you or not, whatever.
The vibe.
Right? Typically, if it's on Instagram, if somebody DMs me, I'm not DMing them linking off first rip. Like if I do end up linking with somebody off Instagram, it's because I look at their pictures and they're attractive. They have actual like pictures of their face and not weird shits where I'm like, who is
They're not
this?
creepy.
Not creepy. And then they've been like persistent enough to where it's not fucking annoying, but like you're still noticeable. So it takes a while for me to actually link with somebody from Instagram if I do, because I haven't very often. But it's more likely than if I meet somebody in person and I'm like, I really don't fuck with you. Like,
It's so much easier in person. I could not do all that time on Instagram. Cool. Oh yeah. Wait.
Yeah. How about for the other and the
Yeah.
at the end of the
Yeah.
table?
Yeah. For you.
It's basically what she said, and then like off of Instagram. Well, basically in person, like when like, somebody try to approach me and come up to me, I basically hand them my Instagram before my number anyway.
True.
So I gotta see what you look like, what you about, what do you do on Instagram? as
Lifestyle.
well. Lifestyle, yes.
Yeah.
That's
Sell the
big
dream,
part,
guys.
too.
To get a photographer to take all them really good pictures, guys. You gotta sell the dream of these girls. We got a question from G Complex. Cool, ladies. But what does those guys earning that kind of money want from you? Do you know? That is a good question. So, like, y'all all said, like, what y'all want. Well, some of y'all weren't asking for crazy amounts, but say you were, say you would have said 150K or something like that. Just assume. What do you think those type of guys are looking for in a woman?
Well, I would say I've dated a few of those guys, and really, they just want somebody who has a brain and a hustle. You don't have to be making as much money as him or be, like on top of things like.
So don't be
is.
wasting your damn time.
Right, like just have a brain. That's all.
Yeah, don't be dumb. What do you think those guys are looking for? Those high earning men.
Same like ambition, somebody to confide in without stressing them out.
Okay.
In their pockets.
Yeah, be their peace,
Yep.
as they say. All right, what about you?
I would say structure.
Structure. Yes, I think that's a very big deal because you want to come home to structure for sure. What about you?
Yeah, same as everybody else, just like a break, like just like a safe space where they're stress free, don't have to really worry about
You all about
everything
trying to
else.
be the guy's emotional support, huh?
Because men don't be knowing what to do with their emotions. So like,
Well, a lot of men, like, we try to take care of it on our own. And, like, honestly, most guys should go to their guy friends if they're having emotional issues because your woman sometimes doesn't respect you.
What?
no,
They don't give you good advice sometimes.
Disagree
If
because
If you think that a man should go to a woman for advice, then y'all truly do not understand the troubles of what most men are going
okay, well, I
through.
think it depends. I don't think you
Yeah.
should
Because
just run.
most things women cannot fix for a guy.
I say both.
And if
I
you're
think
going
so.
to your woman
I think
because
if
you're
it's
complaining about something, then and she's not able to give you like your guy friends can usually give you a solution, because most when guys are depressed or sad or we have issues, it's usually solution based. We're looking for a solution to a problem, and we're supposed to always be the problem solver. So when we're going to our woman and we're not able to solve a problem, we're crying about it. That looks really bad. We shouldn't be crying over our scraped knee, which is what most of these issues are. Most of these issues that men go through are a scraped knee. So, and that's what it really is to us. It's the equivalent of just a scraped knee. So I don't think that a guy should go to his woman over a scraped knee, because then she might think of you a different way. Now, don't get me wrong. Y'all might be the exception, the type of woman that can accept a guy doing that. But statistically speaking, most guys should not do that because it can ruin a relationship on accident.
So question. So if a man doesn't
I
want
like that.
financial support from a woman, but he doesn't want to emotional support or go to her over a scraped knee, he should go to his guy friends. What does he want from her?
I'll tell you exactly what he wants. He wants loyalty more than anything, because for thousands of years, before birth control, before being able to get abortions, before all this stuff, the only way a man knew that his woman was her loyalty. Because if another guy slept with your girl, you weren't going to know if that was your kid or not.
So
there
what
was
if
no
she's
DNA
loyal
test.
to you, but she doesn't want to have sex? What if she's loyal to you, but she's celibate?
That's a
Does
huge
that-
problem. Yeah, like that's what a guy mostly wants is sex. Like that's what
So
they're
then he
leveraging
wants sex,
for.
not loyalty then.
No, it's loyalty, because loyalty it's way deeper, because your girl's loyal if she doesn't message other dudes, if she's not going to the club and putting for sale signs on her and letting other guys come up to her and try to talk to her and stuff like that. It's a lot for. Oh yeah, just wait. We're about to get into that question. I would love to get into it. Yeah, no. Yeah, because loyalty is everything to a man, just like how for a woman, provision is everything. Protection, security, and provisioning is everything for a woman. Y'all want to know that you can have kids with this person and they're going to be safe for the next 10, 20, 30 years. And so you want a protector and a provider. Men want loyalty. We're just two opposite.
Yo,
opposite
shout out to
things.
fucking Jose, bro. You fucking stupid.
Jose. I don't know why the thumbnail looked like the Proud Family characters.
Oh my god!
Oh,
That's not
shit.
trying to roast us.
Jose, you fucking
What you
stupid,
look
bro.
like?
We were told we looked good. Y'all said we looked cute. Y'all said that was the best one. So y'all got jokes. Okay.
Yo, Jose, bro.
Facts. Facts. Not y'all
Yo.
agreeing.
Oh
Yo.
my God, Jose, thank you, bro.
All
right. Now I want to know, guys. Wait, did everybody already answer how they source for dating? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now I want to know. Do y'all care about a guy saving at all? If he has a 401k or IRA, or HSA, do y'all care about those things? Him having a solid job and a good savings?
Yes,
Yes.
Yes,
definitely.
definitely.
No.
No, you don't care?
Yes.
Okay. You should start caring. Everybody else said yes, but I'm gonna tell you why you should.
No,
It's
ask her
not
why
that-
she doesn't care first.
So it's
Yeah,
not that
why?
I don't care. I don't give a fuck like if you have it or if you don't have it. But if we're thinking of like the man being the sole financial provider, like I shouldn't be worried about that. Like I shouldn't like that should be your deal. Like yes,
Well, no,
you should
that-
have it, but
yeah,
like
I'm-
you
I'm-
should be dealing with it, you know?
Okay,
That's
so you're
kinda
just
what I
not trying
mean.
to worry about it.
Yeah, I don't want to
It's
worry
not something
about
that
it.
you want to
like-
worry about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, but you still want a guy with that. I just want to
Yeah.
make sure women understand how big of a deal savings is, because y'all don't want to be working when you're 65 years old and you don't have no retirement. I just want to know really quick: does iPhone or Android matter? Would you stop talking to a guy just because he has one or the other?
Yeah, I'm guilty of that.
Yeah, if it's Android, you'd stop.
It does give sketchy.
Really?
A little bit.
Hey, we had a good panel the other week where they didn't give a shit at all. Did you?
Blue only.
Blue only.
Blue only. Let's go.
My dad has an Android, so no, I don't like. Mm-mm.
Blue only because I need to know if you read my text or not. Like,
Man, this is opposite of last week. Last week's panel was all a bunch of people that were like,
Man.
Androids don't matter. We're fine with that.
Man, fuck y'all.
Because usually,
Y'all hating on
Like
Android.
it's annoying, but like it's not like oh end all be
Hey.
all.
Yeah.
Hold up for homegirl on the end. Sorry, I can't remember your name. But you said you needed to know if somebody read your text or not.
yes.
The same text that you're not going to respond to that you talk about. That you didn't wanna do. That's fucked up.
Are
Y'all
you
hear this,
taking
fellas?
notes?
Don't fucking put up with it.
don't put up with it, guys. All right. So now I want to know, all right, part-time pimp or full-time simp? If you had to choose between a guy that is a part-time pimp, so that means that, he might have a really good job. He fully takes care of you and everything, but he's going to go on vacation for work every 6 months to a year or whatever. And you're not going to know about it. He might sleep with a girl though. He might sleep with a girl one time. He might cheat one time. He comes back. You're never going to know about it. He's never going to brag to you about it. Nobody's going to know. Okay. Or the guy who's a full-time simp, who all the time while y'all are dating, You always catch him sending money to girls, always liking pictures on Instagram. He's never sleeping with any of these people. He doesn't sleep with any of these girls. He's not a pimp in any way. He's just a simp. He has to sit there and like and send money and do stupid shit. If you had to choose between the part-time pimp or the full-time simp, and you had to marry him, which one would you choose?
Neither. No, I'm single until I die.
Okay.
We gotta choose.
Yes, I really want y'all to
Oh my
choose if you
gosh.
can.
My thing is, if I catch you simping, I'm gonna go on your ass.
It's worse?
No, for real. I'm really gonna dog the fuck out of you. So I would hope you actually getting some shit out of it.
Because why are you doing this?
Right.
Why are you
Yeah.
doing
Money,
this?
waste
Yeah.
of money just for what?
So, but can you answer it? Could you say
I mean,
if you had to
if
choose?
you're a simp, why are you sending money to random people? What are you gaining from that? Like,
That's
what is
what
the
I'm
purpose
saying.
of it?
So
he might get the box one day. He's trying really hard.
One day,
What with everybody?
while I'm here,
Are you that insecure? Like, what's missing? What's going on?
Okay, okay.
Are
Well,
you trying to
what about
impress everybody?
okay? What
Nah.
about you though? If you had to choose,
If I had to choose, I would say a part-time pimp, only because shit. If you're going, I might do the same thing. Like if you're gonna bring something home back, then that's what you're gonna do. But
she's a real one, guys. All right, what
Yeah,
about you?
so I agree with her with what she said, part-time pimp, especially because like if you're a simp, I feel like that's more embarrassing because you're sending money, talking to girls, and you're getting ignored, like
What?
all like that. So like at least if I have a part-time pimp, like
At least you have
you're-
peace of mind every day.
At least it's like I know you're not lame, but if you're out here simping over bitches and like, oh,
It's
you're
so
getting
lame.
ignored, like, oh my gosh, like now you make me look lame. Oh my gosh, like
Because you're getting
It's
played
so
like
it's
a
so
bitch.
true.
I
What, what about you?
if I had to choose, I'd say part-time pimp.
Yeah.
I can't do no sipping.
Stop sipping, fellas.
One of the things I like to teach people also is that like women, like you would think that you would never let a guy cheat on you, right? Like it's just like no, never. But man, when you think about having a dude that's a way bigger simp, like provides for other women, that pisses you off way more. It's way more dirty because women, like we were saying, for thousands of years, for y'all to be happy, y'all need security and provision. But if a guy is sending his security and his provisions to another woman, that's everything to y'all, and that's why that strikes y'all way more than the guy that might cheat once a year.
Because it's like, man, have some self-respect.
Okay.
Like, do you love yourself? What's going on?
right.
I agree. I like to teach guys don't like any pictures on Instagram. Have y'all ever got an Instagram like before and instantly you're like, oh man, I want to go sleep with that guy so bad. I've been waiting for him to like my picture for so long. I feel like it never happens. Now it might happen every once in a while if you really like the dude, but 9 times out of 10, or the 99% of the guys that like your pictures, I guarantee you don't get no box. It's just the truth. All right, so now I want to know what red flag turns y'all on.
damn.
Yeah, I know. We'll start with you this time, actually. What red flag turns you on?
Hold on, before we go, there's a question on the
Oh
screen.
yeah. What's worse, ladies? If your man is slaying hoes on the side, or if your man is playing some girl's tuition phone or tuition
Oh,
phone?
we answered that already,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they
Okay.
kind of just did that one. Yeah, I think that they would
If
not
your
like.
man is paying for someone's tuition, then he's a trick.
Yeah.
That's fuck.
He's a simp and a trick.
Facts.
As bad as it gets. All right, so yeah, a red flag that turns you on. Here, we'll actually start with you this time since she's still thinking.
That's hard. Holy shit.
It's a good question because it's hard to answer.
Red flags that have me still stuck in the situation that I'm in is probably being narcissistic
Guys, be
gonna
narcissistic. You
lie.
can get these girls all day long.
all day long. They find their way to do it, and then you just allow it, and fuck that.
It's the dark triad traits. For some reason, women love it. What about you?
Oh, I'm thinking. Let me think.
Okay. Do you have a red flag that turns you on?
Astrology.
I don't know. I think it'd be the makeup.
Talk closer.
It'd be the makeup conversations. you
The
know?
makeup conversations?
Yeah, like they try to reel you back in.
With the makeup conversations, like he's trying to get you makeup, or he's just trying to talk to you about something, and you're like he's trying to talk to you about something you're interested in.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Flipping
Different.
the script.
Hey,
basically.
Hey, and this is actually something that I've never talked about before. I'm really close friends with a lot of girls who work at Hooters, and something I actually talk to them all about is makeup all the time. Like I don't know why. It's just something I know a lot about it, so I bullshit with them about it.
Yeah.
It's just
Like-
because I know. I've had a lot of girlfriends. Huh?
Makeup as in like cosmetics makeup, or makeup as in like you
Oh,
trying to make
I'm
up.
so confused.
Like-
Like make up, like
Yeah.
say sorry type.
Yeah,
shit.
so
oh
like-
my god.
So like some
I'm
kind of
retarded.
weird shit like
Oh, no.
So basically something like, yo,
Yeah.
yo, baby,
So
I
basically,
went to
get
go
clipped.
we
visit.
argued, yeah.
So like, hey, I went to my mom's house and it made me think about that one time you introduced me to your family,
Facts.
girl. So I was thinking we should hook back up, kind of shit.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a dumbass. I'm
No,
gonna
you're
I'm gonna hold my L on that one. All right, go ahead. What's a red flag turns you on?
I feel like mine is kind of bad, but like trappers, rappers, scammers.
Yeah, every time, man.
Every time, major red flag.
No
but-
wonder why you don't give a fuck about a 401k.
Yeah.
Shit. God damn, you ain't got no aspirations.
Cash money,
Shit.
cash money.
For real.
That's just me.
All right, what about you? What's
No
a red flag that turns you on?
I would say a little possessiveness, like a little bit of, if
That's
you
a
go out
question
to
we
the
get every
club-
time, yeah. Or that's an
Like-
answer we get every time, yeah.
Yeah, like if you go out, I'm gonna shoot the club up.
Yes, yes.
What about you?
I honestly don't know. I don't know. I feel like I noticed. I don't know. Probably
You gotta
got
make
like a
15K.
little- No.
She likes the broke
He
guys.
likes the broke
No,
guys.
not the
Hey,
broke
we've got that
guys.
answer a few times actually.
Wow. Probably the stubbornness. I'd be like, why can I not crack the code?
Because he's masculine. He's not supposed to
Probably,
crack.
I'm very independent.
Okay.
Very.
Well, just so y'all know, none of y'all should have answered that question at all. Y'all should have been like, I'm not attracted to no red flags. This is sad, ladies.
It is.
I'm
Thought
just
it was,
I'm just kidding.
hypothetical.
I'm just messing with y'all, but for real. But for real. Seriously, stop being attracted to those red flags. All right. What's a deal breaker for you?
Hey.
What's up what? Oh, Rod. Oh yeah, no, Rod had a really good one a second ago. Question for the ladies. What's the most expensive thing a man has done for you while dating?
And this doesn't even have to be
Like,
while you're dating. Like
done
this
or
could be
bought.
something that somebody treated you to just because.
Yeah. We'll start with you.
Let's just say a trip.
A trip? Yeah. Got flown out.
Where to?
Where to? Dubai? Singapore?
Yeah, was it somewhere really dope? We definitely want
Puerto
to know if
Rico?
it was a crazy spot.
It was just an island.
Hawaii?
Yeah.
It was just Hawaii.
Nothing
Hey,
crazy.
hey, that's not
Crazy.
just an island. That's the best island. What about you?
Probably just a shopping spree.
Shopping spree? Okay. What about you?
Were these guys that y'all are dating, by the way?
Or-
Yeah.
Yes, we were dating.
Okay. Actually dating them.
I would say a trip for my birthday, and it was a solo trip, so that was so relaxing.
And he didn't go with you. It was a solo trip.
No, he didn't. He had to work.
And was he like an actual boyfriend or just a trick?
He was a boyfriend.
Okay.
Where to?
Cozumel.
Oh.
Okay.
Chanel shoes, some Chanel sneakers.
Okay.
Shopping spree.
Shopping spree. Okay. Now, Rod said another question I really want to ask. I didn't see you tag it, but I really still want to put it. Ladies, length or girth? I saw him. I don't know where it's at now, but I saw it up there. We'll start with you. Both of them.
Both of
Both of them.
Yeah, it's gotta be both.
Both of them. Both.
Oh, I feel like if you have to go one or the other, girth for sure. Yeah,
Okay.
if you have to.
Both.
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One or the other. One or the other. One or
Yeah.
the
If
other.
y'all have to choose,
You have
mean,
to choose.
I think they're all gonna say girth. I think
Yeah.
that's just
Yeah,
what
I
I've
think
always
girth,
thought.
yeah,
But is that true? Am I wrong?
You're right.
Yeah.
I got to choose A or B.
Yeah.
No C.
Yeah. No, see.
Because I would be celibate. I guess girth for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Girth.
It's girth.
Wow. Well, there you go, Rod.
So
I
y'all
guess
got
you
a
know.
bunch of dudes walking around with Audis and shit.
What the fuck?
All right. Wait, did everybody answer the ref? Yeah. All right. What's a deal breaker for you? We'll start with you.
Deal breaker.
Like you hear that about him and you're out. You're out the door. Or you see it on his Instagram, you're like, ooh, bye.
Oh, flashy.
Flashy. Okay.
Yeah.
Deal breaker.
The flashiness, the guns.
Gangster shit.
Yeah, I'm not with it.
Not
And
anymore.
lying.
Yeah, once
Do
you have a
not
kid, you
lie
can't be
to
doing that
me
shit.
because I will know. I will know.
What about you? Deal
A
breaker.
deal breaker. I would say bad hygiene, and if you can't dress, I can't go nowhere with you.
Okay. So
Yeah.
hold on. Can you
I-
define what's good dressing to you? We're not talking about like a 3-piece suit, right? We're talking about something else.
Like, it
Well,
don't
if
make
you have to wear a
sense.
suit to a certain occasion, of course you're gonna wear a suit, but just dress in general, like streetwear, you cannot look like a bum.
Yeah, at least make sure your socks match your shoes, guys. What about you? Red flag, or not red flag? Something that would be a deal breaker.
Kids.
Kids.
Number one. Number two, if you start pressing me too soon, like why aren't you texting me back? Why aren't you answering my calls? Like too early.
Within the first couple weeks.
Gotta go. Yeah, gotta
Yep.
go. Mm-mm.
What about you?
Yeah.
Talk closer.
It's the clinginess for me.
The cleanliness.
Mhm.
You're out. All right. Now I want to know. Would you get married without a wedding? Yeah, I know. Weird, huh? Would you get married without a wedding?
No.
No.
What do you mean by that?
Like he's the I mean the guy is everything you've ever wanted, but he doesn't want to do a wedding. He's just trying to put a ring on it, and y'all are just gonna be married.
So like courthouse, but no trip after.
Yeah, no, nothing. Literally just getting the ring,
No.
just going to the court and getting it done, and that's it.
Nah.
Nope.
No.
Get somebody
No.
else to do it.
Okay. No, I like
No.
the celebration.
Mm-mm.
So do women get married for the for the wedding or for the marriage?
For like the public acknowledgement
All
of
of
you
it.
telling everybody how much you're
Yeah.
in love with me,
Mhm,
like confess your
exactly.
love to me publicly
That
so
part.
everybody knows. Set that shit straight.
So it can be like a really really shitty cheap wedding with only like 50
Do
family
you
members
love
there.
me really, really shittily?
I'm for eloping.
'Cause-
But-
Fuck a traditional
wanna
wedding.
go-
So you're down to elope?
Oh yeah.
Okay. What was your answer?
Be?
Be?
State. I want to be on the beach.
Okay, but you want a big wedding still?
Yeah, big wedding.
Okay, but yeah. So do you want a marriage or do you want a wedding?
I want both.
You want both? All right, I'm just wondering. You want a marriage or do you want a wedding?
Both. I'm saying like we could get married. We can have a little small ceremony with both families because we
Mhm.
be live. you
But
know
it can
what
be
I'm
a
saying?
small thing.
But yeah, it could be small. Just everybody we love.
It's
But
just
after, we gotta
sometimes
take a trip.
sometimes a lot of guys think that women are just trying to get married just for the wedding these days, and sometimes they'll break up with the guy within a year or two because they were just doing it to have the cool pictures and the dress and everything.
Whoa.
But do you
Um,
think it's benefiting from the wedding though? Men or the woman?
The women for
The bride
sure.
or the groom?
It should be both because we're both
Yeah.
celebrating
The
together.
women.
You should be excited to marry me.
Yeah, I feel like
Now-
you really.
now-
I didn't see you cry at the altar.
you should be excited.
I cried when I walked down the aisle. I couldn't drop a tear.
You should be
I
having a
cried.
panic attack. When I
You
come
right.
down the
I
aisle,
didn't
you should be
even know.
panicking. You should be
Yeah.
hysterical. That's what I
You should be
want.
looking back at the group.
Okay, when I'm walking down.
I'm gonna turn
Yeah.
around and go back.
All right,
Start
guys.
over.
Now you'll know if you're not crying on your wedding day, you're gonna get divorced a week later.
We're
That's why I
turning
turn
around.
around.
We will
We're
turn
turning
around and walk out. We're leaving.
Yeah, they crying all right
Guys-
because of that damn bill.
Yeah.
Shit.
And I think y'all just scared every guy watching this to never want to get married after just hearing this.
Preparing them. Get prepared. You
Right,
said you wanted us to be honest.
Y'all
Let
better-
them know.
Usually the woman's parents used to pay for the wedding, right?
I think that was.
I mean,
I thought we moved
if
on from
yeah,
that.
we don't do
Yeah.
traditions anymore, obviously in America.
Yeah, fuck tradition.
So now I want to know, ladies, can your guy like other girls' pictures on Instagram?
I don't care.
You don't care? Bikini pictures, to be specific.
It depends on what kind of pictures, yeah. And if you're liking every single picture that she posts, it's like, okay,
Mhm.
what's up? What's going on? Or if
Yeah.
it's girls who look a certain way and y'all know what I'm talking about, what do you like about that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So you definitely don't want a guy doing that.
No,
Okay.
not at all.
Would you get rid of your Instagram for the right guy?
Why would I get rid of my Instagram? My Instagram is not a threat to the relationship.
Well, no, like what if he was the perfect man? What if he's a millionaire? Like, I mean, he's loyal too. Rarest thing ever,
Would-
Yeah. Well, because honestly, the more money a guy makes, it's very hard to find a loyal one sometimes. So I just want to know though, like, would you, if this perfect guy was like, all right, well, I don't like any girls' pictures or anything, but I don't want you to have an Instagram. Like, would you get rid of it for him?
No, because you don't have a logical reason as to why I need to get rid of it.
So you would choose your Instagram over the perfect man?
I'm not gonna. No, I wouldn't do that. But it's like you need to give me a reason that makes sense. Like, why do I need to delete my Instagram?
But like just because you respect the man, is that a good enough reason? Because he's the greatest man you've ever had, and he wifed you, and he gave you this amazing wedding, and he makes $1 million, and he's loyal. You wouldn't do it just for that perfect man
I wanna
without
know-
excuses? Like he's just like, I just want you to do it.
I want to know why though, because there's a reason why you asked me to do it. I need to know why.
Okay, I'll explain why in just a second.
Insecurity.
Right.
I'll explain why in just a second,
I
but
need
let
a
me ask
reason.
all the girls this question first. Would you care if your guy liked bikini pictures on Instagram?
Bikini, no.
No, you wouldn't care. And then if he asked you, the perfect man asked you to remove your Instagram, would you do it for him?
While he's liking the bikini pictures.
No. He's gonna be a good guy that doesn't do that.
If he's a good guy, if he has
He's
a problem with
perfect. I'm
it,
talking perfect.
if it truly bothers him, I would do it. But we're gonna have to talk about the insecurity.
About why?
at
Okay, yeah.
hand.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about that in a second. But for you, if your guy was liking girls' pictures on Instagram, would you be okay with it?
Yeah, I'll be okay then.
Okay, and then if the perfect man asked you to remove your whole Instagram for the marriage, would you do it?
No.
No. Okay.
I mean, unless it's like, oh, like a consistent girl that we've had issues with and you're liking her pictures, that's a problem. But if it's like, it's fucking Instagram, it's not that deep most times.
Okay.
If the perfect man asked me to delete my Instagram, I would do it because I feel like if it's the perfect man, he's a trusting man, he's protecting, he's providing, I'm listening to what
He's
you're
fulfilling all those
saying.
other things for you.
Yeah, then I trust you. So
You don't need the attention and all that from Instagram if he's giving all that.
yeah, because I feel like if I trust you enough to be the leader, you're the perfect man, right? Then you're
Yeah.
the leader. Then you, whatever reason it is, as the leader that you want me to delete my Instagram, fine.
It must be.
'cause, like,
It must be right because he's the perfect man. Yeah.
yeah, if you're the perfect man, then fuck it, I'll do it. Like that's what
Yeah.
I feel like. If you're the perfect man, I'll be submissive in any aspect because like there's a balance there. Like
Yeah.
I don't care that deep if you're the perfect man.
What about you?
I agree with her. But
Come
then-
closer if you can.
I agree with her, but at the same time, no, because what happened if I'm making money from my Instagram?
Like it's
We're-
business.
or-
Hold on.
or-
Do you,
we're, like,
do you
talking
make
more
money?
that they
Do you
don't.
make money off your Instagram?
Not right now.
Okay,
but
that's okay. Then that's irrelevant.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it's her hobby, so she
Yeah.
could.
Yeah,
Don't
so-
blast her
My
like
Well,
next-
that.
okay.
it's irrelevant because it's not even for the example. For this example, you're not a girl that makes money on Instagram.
Okay.
So
Okay,
you
yeah,
would
so,
you would
yeah.
remove it then for him?
Mhm.
Okay. So now we'll like have a little debate over why guys feel this way, why guys feel insecure, as women like to say all the time.
Can
All
I
right.
ask a question before you continue?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
What, Bam, or every woman on the panel, what is it about Instagram that you guys hold so dear to your heart over the man of your dreams?
Yeah, good question for the girls that answered that you wouldn't give it up. You know, what is it that makes Instagram so important that it's better than the man of your dreams?
Because I enjoy it and I make money from it.
Just enjoy it. But what if you didn't make money from it and it was just an enjoyment?
I still need to know why. I'm gonna let you explain
Yeah,
why,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then I'll give you
Yeah, okay. And then who else answered that way? Did somebody else answer that way?
All of them besides Jean Jacket.
Oh. Oh, well, yeah. So all of y'all then. Wait, what'd you ask, JR?
What is it about Instagram that's so important?
Yeah,
for you
what's so
guys?
important? Like, what makes that Instagram so important that it's more important than the perfect man?
I wouldn't say it's more important, but
You
I
clearly
just
picked
love.
it over the man.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. If he asked me to delete it, I wouldn't do it only because I love sharing my moments too, and I love taking pictures. So like that's something where I put my shit on. Like it is what it is.
Is it the likes that like get you all?
It's
happy
not the
about it?
attention. No, comments, likes, views. No, none of
Then
that.
what is it then?
I like sharing what I do
Because you like the views and comments and likes.
No,
No,
I'd
because
say
I don't even look at that.
it could
Like
be
yeah.
a networking thing.
Ma'am.
A networking
Sorry.
thing is even more dangerous for your
let's
man.
go.
All right, so now, now, like, I'll go ahead and explain to you why guys feel this way, okay? Because if you don't know, Instagram is the biggest dating app in the world. You don't need Tinder, you don't need any of those things anymore. Like y'all answered when I've asked y'all what's the way that y'all talk to guys the most. Most of y'all said either cold approach or Instagram. A couple of y'all said Instagram. Instagram is the #1 dating app for a reason. It's what everybody's using, and lots of people. You can be single or not single on it. You can act like you're single on it, and really you're taken the whole time. So the thing is whenever you're doing, hey, you just unplugged my mic.
No, I didn't.
Somebody just
Mine
unplugged.
too.
Oh, that's mine.
You
Hey,
unplugged
mine.
it.
Yeah, mine. I didn't even think I touched it. That's crazy. I unplugged my own
And we're
mic
trying to
somehow.
figure out a way to mute this
I know.
call.
I was so confused.
Well, now we know.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so yeah, a guy with a sign or a woman, whenever she does that, you're putting a sign on yourself, because guys, you don't go and hit up guys. Guys come and hit up you. That is the sexual market strategy for men and women. Men go and hit on the women, and the women are just supposed to be pretty, and the men come to y'all. Y'all don't have to go and hit on men if you don't want to. The main sexual strategy is for men to come hit on y'all. So if you have an Instagram, you have a sign up that is saying, you know, like, I'm here, I'm this beautiful girl. Click like on my picture, come into my DMs that are open to any person. Like, you're literally having a for sale sign on and saying, hey,
A for
and
sale sign.
yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is a for sale sign on. Women,
So-
that is women's sexual strategy, is to be as beautiful as you can and put a fucking sign up.
Confidence
Basically.
does not mean
That's
that you
not-
put a for sale sign on
Okay.
yourself.
I'm not giving that off. That's just what other people see. Like,
Well,
if
you
you're-
got okay, but who pursues relationships in this world, men or women?
Men.
Okay, so exactly. You're saying what you're doing, but what do most men do? They're gonna pursue you.
I don't have to respond to that though.
Yeah.
You're
I
you're
don't have to feed
completely
into it.
you're completely right. But if you get like if we did the math, how many DMs do you think you get a day? Just be honest.
At least 20.
20 DMs a day.
20
Okay.
a day.
What's 20 times 365?
Yeah, I'm
Somebody do the
doing it
math
right
for me
now.
really quick.
I'm on my phone right now.
20 times 365.
I didn't know Instagram was that.
That
Should
is
come out to 7,200?
7,300, bro.
7,300. All right. So
7,300.
that's 7,300 opportunities. Okay. And you can be the best, most perfect girl ever, but it only takes one time, one blue check mark out of that 7,300. And it can happen.
Blue checks get ignored too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they don't, but I'm just saying it could, like, the problem is it's the opportunity. It's just having the chance, having the opportunity. Men don't, if your man who's a millionaire won't even have those kinds of opportunities. We could show it right now with Tinder statistics on Tinder that even the top guys, the guys in the top 5% on Tinder, they're the ones that get hit up by all the girls. You have to be top 5% to get hit up by girls on Tinder as a man. Okay, so even your guy that's a multimillionaire that's killing it and doing amazing and all this stuff, he's never gonna have 7,300 DMs from different bitches to try to come get him. That's why it's not even fair. It's not even close to being fair. You could sit here.
So just because you don't get people the way I do, I got to delete my Instagram, and I'm not even paying them any mind.
It's not
Because men
even
and women are
fair.
different. Or so let's go back. Are men and women the same?
No.
Okay, they're completely different, right?
Right.
Okay. Is there certain privileges that women have that men don't have?
Of course.
Is there certain privileges that men have that women don't have?
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, yes.
Yes. It's complementary. Like certain things men get away with, certain things like a man that sleeps around and has 100 bodies and does a bunch. He's actually, but all the guys are like, man, what a badass, what a cool guy. He's killing it. He's getting all these girls. A woman that has 100 bodies, what do we do?
Oh, we hate her.
Yeah.
Yeah, wipe her.
Exactly.
Yeah, wipe
Exactly.
her.
So you could argue all day long that you having an Instagram doesn't make a difference, but it does make a difference. Men and women are completely different, and because of our sexual market strategies, you have to take it into consideration. You can't just sit there and be oblivious to it. You might have actually passed up on a really amazing guy and he was mad about an Instagram or something. You're probably like, you're insecure, but in reality, he wasn't insecure. It's just you're a really beautiful girl, and it's super easy for you to have tons of options. And he's just trying to protect that y'all's relationship and keep you from having those options. That's all he's doing.
Worried about my options. You should know that you're
So-
my man.
Right.
You're that guy.
Okay. Here, I'll tell you why. Because there's something called hypergamy. Okay, hypergamy means that a woman is always going to get the best man that she has. I'm sure y'all have known in some point, whether it was you or a friend or somebody, where they left a guy because he was a broke bitch and they went to a better man. This happens all the time where like women will always upgrade to a better person. It's in your nature, it's in your sexual market strategy to have the best man. Obviously, we're not going to shame y'all for choosing the best you can get. Only the top 10% of men actually get to choose the women. Okay, you want
So who's
hey, hold on. How many men do you think are having sex right now? How, like if there's a percentage of men, I want to know, what do y'all think is the percentage
90.
of men that is having sex with women right now?
90.
90? What do you think?
99.9.
What do you think? 90? What do you think?
85.
What do you think? What percentage of men are having sex right now? Of all the men in the United States, how many of them are having sex?
75.
Okay. What do you think?
90.
Okay. She's the closest to the answer. It's actually 30% of men are celibate, virgins and or celibate for the last year. Okay. And y'all don't see these men because you know why? They work at Taco Bell in the drive-thru. They're in places that are completely invisible to y'all, that y'all would never even give them a chance or even think about these type of men.
Right. So
Okay.
are they
So yes. They are virgins and or have not had sex within the last year.
by
30%.
choice though, or because like circumstance? Like, do they have like
Do you-
are these population of men that could go out and get women to have sex with one night stand or whatever, or are
There-
they is
what I'm explaining to y'all right now is that sex is not as easy as you think for men to get. What you're shaking your head is because you only deal with the reason why y'all shake your head is because y'all only deal with a certain caliber of men. Y'all don't sleep with the dorks that are in their mom's basement. Y'all don't sleep with those guys, okay? So y'all are always, and this is what all women do. This is what I was just saying on Tinder. If y'all look at like the Tinder statistics, 90% of women choose the top 5% of men. There's only 5% of accounts on Tinder that get all the DMs. Okay, so y'all are all choosing the same guys. You can deny it all day long, but it's just the facts.
So I got a question for you, ladies. Given that Sergio just mentioned that only 30% there's 30% of guys that aren't getting sex out there, or that are getting sex out there. Why do you think that things like OnlyFans, strip clubs, those kind of things are so popular right now, and porn is the biggest industry right now?
Because they don't have game.
And they don't have game to
It's
get what though?
confidence, though. It's confidence.
To get what though? At the end of the day,
What
what
they're
is a
looking
man's
for.
market strategy? What do they want?
Sex.
There you go. If they're not getting sex, why do they need to resort to things like strip clubs, OnlyFans, all this other shit?
Because
Remember,
they don't have game.
Because they need
Think-
confidence.
They need that shit.
think about it too. Out of those 7,300 guys that's in your DMs, you're not even clicking on 10% of those.
Think about how many of them are in that
At
30%.
the end of the day, it's confidence. I feel like it's confidence. I know.
Confidence
I
don't
know
mean shit.
so many.
You can a man can look.
I know
no,
a lot
listen.
of lanes out here.
Listen, a
getting it
man
in
can
'cause
look
they
in the
have
mirror and
confidence.
have affirmations all day long about how much of a great man he is and all this, that, and this. But if it's nothing tangible for a man to like, for a woman to grasp on, it don't mean shit.
I think it's a mentality thing too. If like a man is down, he doesn't. I feel like he separates himself from that too. But if he is also like wanting something, of course he's gonna go after it.
Doesn't mean he's gonna get it though.
So just to backtrack,
90% he will.
what y'all are saying is because we are attractive women, we have to take the punishment and not take
No.
pictures and post them.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is, since y'all are attractive women, if you meet a
It
guy
intimidates
who is
y'all.
taking,
It intimidates y'all.
no, it doesn't intimidate anything. I'm telling you, and once again, those guys that you are going after, like the top 10% guys,
I'm not talking about that though. I'm talking about the Instagram thing. I gotta delete my Instagram.
I know, and
Stop
I'm
taking
explaining
pictures.
to you
Oh,
about
okay.
that. So those guys that you want, okay, those guys they're the ones that have choices. They're the ones that are making choices. Now, don't get me wrong. Those 90% of other men under those top 10% earners, or those really attractive guys that are 6 foot tall and stuff like that, don't get me wrong. Those guys don't have a choice. They're gonna date you and let you have an Instagram because they don't got a fucking choice. They're gonna sit there and simp and do whatever just to keep getting the box that they're getting regularly. They're never gonna argue with you over your Instagram because it's not worth losing the relationship. Now, there's certain calibers of men. I'm one of them where I choose. My girl has an Instagram, but there's nobody added on it. She has just a bunch of girls added on it. There's a certain caliber of guys that make a certain income and look a certain way, and they get to choose. Now, y'all can not choose those guys as much as you want. You can choose those 90% men all day long, and they're gonna date you, and they're never gonna argue with you about it. But you're probably also gonna think he's a simp or some shit. He's probably gonna have some other flaw that you're not gonna like. Y'all actually like a man that tells you what to do. You actually like a man that wants, just like how one of y'all said it was toxic, but you like a guy that tells you to come home from the club. Okay, so you can sit there and act like you don't want a controlling man, all this stuff like that. But in reality, if he's a real alpha, if he's a real G, you want him to do all that shit. You want him to be like, bitch, get rid of your Instagram right now. And no, you ain't going to the damn
Okay,
place.
no. He's gonna know how to do
Yeah.
it though. He's gonna know how to do it. He's not gonna do all that.
Okay, don't
He's
say
not
it like
gonna
how
do
I
all
said it,
that.
man.
Respectfully.
He gonna come correct.
Respectfully.
Respectfully.
Okay, guys,
If we're gonna
make
pop
sure you
shit
say it
off,
respectfully.
If we're gonna pop shit off, we can do
Don't go
that.
there.
Don't do it. Don't
do it.
start it.
Because if you start, I'm gonna finish.
I'm gonna finish it for sure. It's a wrap.
All right, guys. So if a girl talks a certain decibel loud, you do not fuck with them, guys. Just so y'all know. All right. So now, guys, I want to know what is something that you wish about the opposite sex you understood? Or wait, what is something you wish the opposite? Oh, what is something you wish the opposite sex understood about your sex? What do you wish men understood more about women? We'll actually start with you this time. Talk closer to.
Hold on, say the question again.
What is something you wish men understood more about women?
Hold on, come back to me.
Okay.
Hold on.
What do you think men need
And
to
ladies,
understand
please
more
think about something different from the last person.
Yeah, y'all be
Okay.
copying each other a lot.
Because it be making sense.
It do make sense.
You're like, damn, she's smart.
I guess the first thing that comes to mind is like, you know how men say like happy wife, happy life, the woman has to be right all the time. It isn't always about being right. I just want to be heard. Like I need to be understood. I would say that.
Okay. Happy husband, happy house. Come on.
Come through.
What is something you wish men understood more about women?
We require mental maintenance.
Okay. Mental
Like,
maintenance.
I feel like men do too.
Yeah, they
'Cause
do, but I don't think they understand how much it's important to us as women, though. Fully.
Can you like
Like, when
go
it
a little
comes
bit
to,
more
like,
into detail? I want to
I was
know.
gonna say, like words of
like-
affirmation.
Yeah, like reassurance. Like you said, yes, I know I'm beautiful, but it's a compliment goes a long way. Like, yeah, y'all be getting comments like, "Oh, you know, you cute." You
Word,
don't need it.
word affirmations are big for you.
Yeah, for me, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it just might be your love language. What's something that the opposite sex would you wish they understood more about women?
We're emotional. We show more feelings than they do, so they need to understand that shit.
No, I honestly think this is a big problem in relationships because so women are completely emotional creatures and men are supposed to be stoic. Like whenever a woman, because women shit test all the time, like they're always gonna want something or do something, and you
Right.
need to, as a man, always be able to take care of whatever it is. Or if they're yelling or they're mad about their period, you're supposed to just be like, oh shit, whatever. You're supposed to be stoic and not get mad and not be like, oh, she yelled at me, I'm yelling back at you.
Right.
But the problem is today, a lot of guys, the woman yells at them and
They
they
lash
instantly
back.
yell back. And next thing you know, you are doing
Mhm.
this yelling match,
That's true.
So I really try to teach men to be stoic because, yeah, women are emotional as hell. You can't stop it. It's always going to happen.
It is.
What about you? What's something about the opposite sex you wish they could understand more about women?
I would say probably from like a financial standpoint, women really are not as overly materialistic as men think they are, as far as like, oh, like I need you to prove you love me by buying me all of these things. I think it comes down to a point where women become more materialistic when they're not getting like satisfied emotionally. Then it becomes like, okay, now I'm like, if you care so much about your money, now I need you to provide me something financially because you're not giving me the emotional support that I
Kind of
want.
like if a guy works way too much, like you're going to
Yeah.
kind of want more. Like since he's working all the time, it's like, well, since you're just making more money, why don't you buy this for me since you can't give me time of the day?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes. But I would also say another one is that women are more like reactive in terms of like, I feel like women will treat men really, really fucking good from the jump until that man does something to like hurt her or lose her trust or something. But then typically we're the ones that get like pinned as crazy or doing too much, even though we were real from the beginning and you did something to betray me.
Right.
I'm still trying to make it work, but I'm moving off of hurt and you're not doing anything to help like resolve what you caused.
They flip it on you.
Yeah, they flip it on you. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. And what about you? What's something that you wish men would understand more about women?
I definitely say affirmation. Like we're more than a heart, a cute heart, and we're pretty and fine. And like I say, they should go more in depth with it. I feel like they need to see what's in the inside and not just the outside. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but I think men should do that, but sadly we're such fucking animals. We just want the physical.
Yeah.
I want to know, have you ever helped your friend cheat? Yeah. Have y'all ever helped your friend cheat? Be honest. Yeah, I know y'all done some dirty shit. Have you ever helped your friends cheat? Come on.
No.
No, never.
What do you mean by help?
Like drove her to a guy's house, like went out with her, and she's like making out with a dude while she has a boyfriend back at home while y'all are at the club.
No.
Like helped your friends cheat,
No, but I mean, she might talk about doing it.
but you've never been there and like
Right.
and enabled it.
Right.
What about you?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you for being honest.
I would say I've helped my guy friends cheat more than my girlfriends.
Wow.
Yeah. Do it
Shame.
for the homies.
Tis. Shame, man. Shame. All right.
I mean, I'll say I really haven't, but like I told them, like, girl, do whatever.
do whatever.
Like, I'm not even
Do
do whatever. Right? I'm out of my business. If that's what you want to do, then go ahead.
Was it
Because you never know.
was
like,
the guy like a terrible guy and you were just like, girl, who cares?
That's what it was.
Oh,
It
if he's a
wasn't just
terrible
no.
guy, I will support it. If
Yeah,
she should have been left
exactly.
him alone, girl,
Mhm,
go,
go.
Yeah.
get out of
I'm all
here.
for that.
Get out of here.
Question for y'all: were y'all single whenever you enabled this to your friend? Were y'all single at the time?
That is
I
funny.
mean-
No. No.
No. About the others.
I was single.
Depends on
I was
which
single.
time we're talking about.
Yeah.
I got a lot of friends. I have a lot of friends.
So yeah, I'll take that. Possibly you were single at the time.
Possibly.
How about you at the
I
far
could be-
right?
I could be talking to someone,
Could be talking to someone.
Blurred
Could have been. So you were single, basically. You weren't in a committed relationship.
Definitely, yeah.
This is why fellas. This is why you don't let your girls go out with their single friends.
Facts.
You do not let them go out with their single friends.
We just go to the
They don't
club for
give a fuck.
fun.
No.
We're just going to dance. Nothing. All right. So I want to know who cheats more today, men or women? Is it the men or the women that are cheating the most?
Okay.
And not talking about you specifically. We're
Society.
saying in general. Like what do you see based off your friends, everybody in Dallas and stuff. What do you think? We are in the #1 cheating city in the U.S. Dallas Fort Worth.
When you say based off of what I see, women.
Women. What about you?
Women for sure.
Women. What about you?
Women, because they don't get caught.
Oh, okay. What about you?
Ooh, I would say men. Yeah, I think I'm.
What about you?
I don't know.
I was gonna say men because that post, I
Mm.
seen.
Yeah, same.
No, it's I want to say it's definitely women, and the reason why is because of the emotional. Like you have to emotionally cheat before you physically cheat, and it like for a guy he can go and physically cheat and it doesn't mean anything, but a woman has to be texting or like doing something before she actually fucks the guy. Like it's always an emotional cheating before she actually gets the dick in her.
That isn't
That's
always
not
true.
true. Because what are one night stands for? She could cheat on the first night.
I guess
before she
yeah.
comes
I mean
home.
yeah, she goes to the bar and she just goes home with another guy while she has
Man,
a
that's
boyfriend.
Crazy.
Yeah, I think that's wild though. I've definitely seen a lot of girls make out with guys and then go back home to their
Definitely,
boyfriends.
that's
Though
a
I've seen that.
whole
I've seen that
different
1,000 times at least minimum, like so much at bars.
I
Now
don't stand on it.
I want to know who has more privilege in society. Do y'all think, men or women? You think women do?
Probably
And-
women.
And right now, I'm talking specifically like this year. What do you think? A hard one?
Oh wait.
Yeah.
I thought it was on her. She got out of there. I was
That
just
was
waiting.
funny.
Like, wow, she's thinking
That was
real
funny.
woman for sure. She's really
Yeah,
thinking.
y'all need to grab that drink from her.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, I need
You're done,
another
you're
one.
done.
This is like my number 4.
Yeah. So which one has more privilege, men or women?
Women.
Women? What do you think?
Oh my god.
Women?
I kind of think men.
You kind of think men?
It depends on the circumstances.
Yeah, because there's so many
I can
different
see
things.
that too,
Yeah.
because women could be simps for men too and bums and be buying them whatever they want to.
Yeah, I really hope they learn their lessons really
Yeah,
fast
for
though.
sure.
Yeah,
Fuck
quick.
that.
It should be something that you learn real quick. All right, so
I was saying like men who have status or money, they definitely get away with more.
Yeah,
But
For sure.
Wait.
and what's the majority though? Do you think there's not a lot of men with status that get more,
More privilege.
privilege.
Overall, yes, I would say women.
Okay.
Would
I can
everybody
see
agree
both
with that?
sides, but women.
Okay. Does everybody agree with that?
Yeah, low key.
that's what I
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
Okay. No, all right. So now I want to know, do y'all think women should be drafted?
Huh?
Drafted to the army?
I would say for fucking
Just like how
what?
men can be drafted to the war. Like if a war happened right now between us and China, men are 18 to 28 or something like that are immediately drafted. Should women also be drafted?
No.
You don't want an equal society?
No, I don't.
Feminism's been fighting hard. Come on.
I don't know. Women be going hard a little bit.
Huh? You don't want to be
I
drafted?
said women go hard a little bit.
Yeah,
we do.
we do.
You want to be drafted?
Y'all
wanna be
they
drafted,
got it.
No? Would you be drafted? You down?
Not me, but I've had 2 friends and they were girls in
And
the
they went to the
army
army.
and they kicked ass. So I could say it depends. Like draft whoever is in the army.
Okay. Would you get drafted?
Me personally,
Like if they
fuck
made
no.
if they made women if they were like, hey, we're gonna make women into the draft, are y'all cool with that? Would you be cool with that?
I'd be like, fuck y'all.
Fuck
No,
no?
no,
What
fuck
about?
no. Hell no.
She going
Y'all do y'all think, but
No?
fuck no. Hell no.
Okay,
Mm-mm.
now I want to know,
feel like a
would you
man
give
is
up your
not.
right to vote? So that means that like if they were like, look, y'all can have the right to vote, but you got to sign up for the draft, just like men have to do when they turn 18. Would you give up your right to vote?
I mean, I would have to because I'm not getting.
Because you're not getting drafted. Would you give up your right to vote?
Yeah.
Would you give up your right to vote?
Yeah.
Would you give up your right to vote?
Oh, I don't know, cause that's a
She was like, wait, I got some.
that gives men too much fucking control for like literally everything. If all the women were just like, well, if I'm not gonna go to the draft, I'm not gonna vote, men would literally run everything so much more than they already do. So at that point, it's negotiable. Potentially,
You're-
I'd be like,
you're willing
fucking
to
draft
do it?
me. Hell yeah, fuck it.
What about you?
Nah.
Nah.
I'm not.
Not y'all sending me into the draft alone.
Yeah,
Hell.
Good
Yeah,
luck.
this
Good
country's
luck.
going down.
All
right,
right,
you
All right.
Hey, Sergio,
Yeah.
before we go to the next question, everybody go ahead and get the likes up for us, please.
Yeah, please get the likes up, guys.
Like.
I can't hit the like button because the other computer's silenced, I guess, right now or something. now I want to know, should men have reproductive rights? Would you like? Do you think men should be just like how a woman? Well, not anymore. But if you were able to have an abortion here in Texas, should a man also be able to sign his rights away? So that means that when the baby's born, he can sign a paper and say, "I'm not going to be financially liable for the next 18 months or 18 years."
No.
You don't think he should? Should he be able to do that?
What?
No.
Should a man be able to sign his rights away?
Son, like, of his child?
Yes.
They do that anyway.
Yeah, but it has to be under the like the woman has to say it's okay first. But just without the woman's permission, a guy can just sign off.
So we can't put him on child support.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Do you think men should be able to financially sign away?
I plead the fifth.
I already know that's a no. What do you think?
No.
No? Do you think?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, they should.
Mhm.
Do you think I should be able to sign away? So the only reason why like you bring that up, or why I like to bring this up, is because it makes it, if women are able to kill it, then men should be able to sign it away. Now, I think it should be one way or the other. So right now in Texas, women can't have an abortion, and that's fair. Guys can't do anything either right now. But in states where women can get an abortion, guys should be able to sign off too. So it's fair. It makes it to where a woman, would you want to go sleep with that guy knowing that he might be able, like, if you get pregnant by his kid, he might be able to sign away and say, yeah, I'm not helping your ass with that. You would actually think about who you're about to go sleep with, probably, just like how a guy has to think about it before he goes sleep. Before he nuts in a girl, he needs to be like, shit, if I get her pregnant, I'm going to be stuck on the line for the next 18 years. But for a woman, y'all have the ability to abort it. A man doesn't have the same fear.
So
If it was, it would be even if it was the other way.
I would say like my answer is not necessarily based off it being even. It's based on like the future of the child, because based off of like my experience, my opinion is that like I would rather have a man dip out from the beginning instead of trying to force something over a course of time and the child is involved. Then they get fucked up because somebody leaves halfway in the middle. Like, I'd rather just be clear cut from jump. So that way, if you don't want to be involved, me and my child from day one can figure out how we're going to survive and how we're going to move forward. So, like, fuck it. Like, do your thing, get the fuck out of here. That's less stress on me, less worry of me trying to be like, are you going to be here? Are you going to send money? Maybe he will, maybe he won't. Like, it's very done.
Don't gotta worry about it.
Water under the bridge. Like, I can do what I have to do.
Yeah. No, I just really want everything to be fair. It's either should be all one way or all the other. Like, it just needs to be fair, because right now y'all don't have a lot of worries. Y'all can just go get an abortion. A guy does not have the same privilege. Now I want to know, what's one red flag for you and one green flag for you? I'll start with you this time. One thing that you're just like, nope, never gonna date a guy that does that, and then one green flag, something that you're like, yep, that's my favorite thing about a guy, and I'm gonna fucking date the shit out of those type of dudes. Talk closer if you can.
Red flag, if I notice he has a big ego, like closed-minded big ego. Green flag, something that just instantly makes me like, yeah, I'm gonna date him. Spiritual. Stance, yeah.
Like, as in like Christian, kind of like goes to church and stuff.
He doesn't have to go to church, but you need to have like some type of relationship with whoever you believe in.
Believe in something.
Yeah, like you need to have some type of foundation.
So like those Muslim guys are super attractive to you, huh? I'm just kidding. What about you?
For me, the green flag is his demeanor. I love a sexy demeanor.
Okay.
But the red flag is probably like inconsistency and lying.
Yeah. What about you?
A green flag for me would be communication, or like opening doors. That's a big thing for me still. I've experienced that, so I just expect that. I don't expect anything lower. A red flag, gaslighting. I catch that shit. I don't like that.
Man, I feel like that happens all day long and never stops.
Okay, I'm not gonna copy your answer. So red flag would be like men that don't like listen or respect their moms. Like if they be talking back to their mom, got something sassy to say to their moms all the time, not going for it. A green flag for me, men that go to therapy.
Wow.
Super green flag
love
for
that.
sure. Love that.
Do that self-work.
Yes.
That's a super rare one.
Okay, the red flag is for me.
Talk closer.
It's the lying and the I'm gonna do something but don't do it. You know? And then the green flag is confirmation. really, and then treat me like a lady,
Okay.
the queen.
Now, usually on my last phase, it's usually, guys and women. So I let them kind of critique each other, I guess. But since we have all ladies, I don't think y'all are going to critique each other that hard. I get the feeling you're all just going to lie to each other and say really nice things. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Y'all are all very nice people. Why would you sit there and talk shit to somebody sitting across the table from you? You're not going to say anything mean to them. So I'm just going to say something mean to all of y'all.
Wow. Yay.
Let's go.
Love it.
Okay, 'cause I got something. Let's be
Look,
prepared.
Fire
Yeah.
me up. Fire me up
All right.
right now.
So usually,
Did you see that right there?
yeah, this guy's really funny. Big Mozzie,
She
dude.
walked out for something else, not because he attacked her.
What did he even say? Sergio,
Oh, are we talking about me? Because I walked out. Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh, no, I think he's talking about
Is it
another
another
show.
one?
Don't like how you attacked that girl in your podcast. Walked out. Yeah,
Well,
because
she walked out.
no, I made
not
a.
her.
I think he's talking about another show that I did where I did make a girl walk out like a week ago.
Oh.
That's not my problem, dude.
Well, you're
I don't
still
give a
Did
shit.
you
watching,
make
so
her walk
hey.
out, or did she just couldn't handle
It
the
was her
pressure and
choice.
It
walked
was her
out?
choice. Yeah, no, she got burnt hard.
Like I said, females be emotional.
Yeah,
we do.
I mean, I was on one too. I ain't gonna lie. Make one relationship critique of the other people. Y'all aren't gonna make a critique, so I'll do it. One relationship critique for you. I mean, man, for you, how old were you again?
23.
Okay, you're very young. You're at your damn prime. Okay, like something that a lot of women don't like to think about, and I know I'm about to offend a bunch of people. You're in your prime right now with your age. You have the ability right now to lock down probably one of the best guys that you're ever going to be able to lock down. Once you get up to 30 and you hit a wall, you're going to be pissed if you don't find that person. So I'm going to tell you right now, this is the only advice I'm going to give you is just use your age to lock down the best dude you can right now. Because you're not going to get another opportunity in 5, 6, 7 years. Okay. And like I was telling you earlier, don't get dickmatized with these Tyrones. And like next thing you know, next thing you know, you're stuck to this one dude, and then you're not even paying attention to those millionaires or those guys that might actually want a girl like you, and take you seriously. So definitely think about your age and stuff. And don't waste too much time. It's so easy to waste time today because there's so much fun shit to do. So just really think about it. For you, how old were you again?
28.
Okay. What were you doing for work again?
I'm a clinical research coordinator.
Okay, so you have a good career.
Yeah.
How much money do you make? If you don't mind me asking, that you don't have to. You just give me like a
Like 65 a year. Right
Okay,
now.
so like you're gonna want a probably guy like you were kind of saying like you want like the traditional thing, I guess you could say. You can still find it, but don't let your job make you too masculine. So what happens sometimes is women that make the money you do, sometimes you bring that shit home. And you're saying you're very argumentative, like the guy does certain things. Not every guy's gonna be a perfect stoic stone. I talk to guys all the time about this. Like I'm not the best with my girl. Like I have personality disorders and stuff. I've gone to therapy, and so I know a lot about myself. But most guys have not found themselves to that point to where they understand emotions that way. Most, I would say, probably maybe 5% of dudes do that. So like it's a very rare thing, and you need to understand that sometimes if you're bringing that energy home from work, that argumentation or whatever you're getting, because the thing is when you're at work, you're more likely to have a lot of masculine skills because you need masculine skills to move up in your job or to be good at your job. So don't bring that shit home. If you find a good guy, be fully feminine with him, fully fall into your role. The big thing is though, most women can't be in their role unless the man is fully in his role. But how many men are full providers today? It's hard as hell. So just it's gonna be hard for you to do it, but fall into your femininity whenever you meet the right person. How old were you again?
23.
23. You're in the same kind of boat as her. You're in this position where you need to lock down the best guy you can right now, because you're not gonna in 5 years you're gonna be pissed off if you don't do it. And like I said to her, do not waste too much time getting dickmatized by some guy that's like just hitting it right now, because you will completely ignore the perfect man if you do that. And it happens every day. Like you never, because I know how many guys DM y'all. I know how much opportunity y'all have. See, the thing is for men have men have to go and spread out their seed and have 1,000. They have to have every dating app. They have to go cold approach every girl. They have to sit there and try to hit up as many girls as possible just to get sex from one. For y'all though, y'all got thousands of guys hitting y'all up, and you have to filter. You have to filter harder than ever. Your mothers, your grandmothers never had to filter like y'all have to right now. So you have to be on another level to really find the best person. Just like how a guy has to be on another level, he has to filter through 10,000 girls to find a good one, because not every girl, like it's a numbers game for men. So just remember that you're in that same situation, just the opposite, and you're going to be filtering really fucking hard. You need to really take that filtering seriously and try. Like I know it's crazy to say these days, but try not to sleep around a lot, or not sleep around a lot, but try not to sit there and sleep with one person, because you might find the perfect guy because you're not sleeping around.
Right.
You know, for you, you have a kid. How old were you again? 28. So we're kind of similar because I'm older and I have a kid. Sadly, for a woman, whenever you get older and you also have a kid, your options just disappear. And like it really sucks. You're the type of person that you might end up only having the Tyrones and those kinds of guys that you sleep around with for the rest of your night. I'm just being, or for the rest of your life. I'm just being honest. You could find an awesome dude who's going to fully take care of you, also take care of your, I don't know if you have a son or daughter. You might find like the perfect stepdaddy, but I would just say that guy might be a super simp, or he might have a lot of really negative attributes that you don't like. So if you want to find a good guy, I would just say if he's a simp, or he's just not, he's not tall enough, or he doesn't make enough money, just let all that shit come, like just let all that shit go, because you're not going to have the same options that these two young women have. I'm just being honest with you. You know, it's just that's all I'm trying to do. It's not even a bad thing. Like I'm sure you're an amazing mom, so it's not like, and like if you're an amazing mom and you have really good kids, you're not even worried about a man. Like you're not even focused on it at all. So I know that's why I don't even really have to give you advice, because you're just gonna keep doing what you're doing, and like you have to. And for you, how old were you again?
27.
27. Okay. Well, you're right there before the wall. Like I always tell women, be careful, because 30 is a really scary age for a woman. Like I literally go on TikTok every day and go to the hashtag dating over 30, and you should see these bitches crying all day long. It's pretty fucking funny. Y'all should do it on TikTok. It's so hilarious to watch.
So you're just laughing at their pain. That's terrible.
Well, no, it's just like I'm laughing at their pain because they had so many years to try to do something right, and they never figured it out. So and you still have time, and you're a pretty girl. You have tons of options. Like you said in your DMs, how many guys hit you up? You need to be filtering hard as hell. And the shitty thing is you're tall, and most guys aren't going to be the right height. That's the hardest thing for you. So the only thing I would say for you as advice is maybe take the shorter guy, because statistically speaking, you might find a guy who's everything you want, but he's not going to be the right
How
height.
short are we talking? Like, I need to.
You might not be able to wear the heels no more.
I need
You
to
might
wear
not be
my
able to wear the
like
heels no
Kevin
more.
Hart. No, baby. Can't do it.
You just might not be able to wear the heels anymore. That's all I'm saying, you know, because 6 foot is right there, statistically speaking, really hard to get. I think like 6'2" is like 4% of the population or something like that. So it just gets way harder the higher up you go. Here, y'all can roast me really quick. Give me a relationship critique. I mean, y'all already saw my girl and
Let
how
me
I
ask your
treat her.
girl.
Huh? Go.
Let me ask your girl.
I know, right? Tell us something to say.
Right.
He must got to figure it
Yeah.
out.
No. Tell me anything if y'all have anything.
Statistically,
I would say maybe not necessarily like relationship focused, but I think like there's like I think now women really don't have as much like emotional depth to having sex as people keep trying to project. Like we're very capable of like doing the same thing that y'all do. Like, oh, like great, I had sex with him on the first night. If I don't talk to him again, like I really don't care that much. Not that we're just doing that, but it's just really.
Let me explain to you why. So whenever women have sex, y'all release a chemical in your brain called oxytocin.
I know
Okay.
where we're going with this, yeah.
Men do not release this. Men do not release oxytocin from sex, and if it is, it's a very, very, very small amount compared to women. So this is why you can become dickmatized. This is why you can become alpha widowed. Is because whenever you sleep with a guy and you're releasing oxytocin, you're actually falling for this person. We can deny it all day long. Y'all can say, "Oh, I'm just gonna go sleep with this guy. I'm never gonna talk to him again." You can deny it all day long. But I guarantee you statistics, and like if we were really all honest and stuff, y'all would say, I really like that guy, and I kind of don't want to just like do the pump and dump thing. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes you're right. There is girls that are animals, and they're going to act out on animal instincts, you know. But a majority of the time that oxytocin is being released, unless she slept with fucking 50 people and it's not even being released the same anymore, she's going to have some type of attachment sometimes, you know.
I think I agree with that, but I think at this point, there's a lot of women that have had like a lot of like emotional upsets, like traumatic experiences. Like I would say like a lot of people have dysregulated
Trauma.
nervous systems to where, yeah, maybe we're having sex with that person, but instead of it being like oxytocin being released and it's this wonderful euphoric feeling, I think a lot of times now it's becoming like yes, this is being released and it's making us feel good, but it's like automatically switching into like a fear, like no, this is bad because last time it felt good with somebody, after the fact it felt fucking shitty.
Well, you're just proving right now why women shouldn't sleep around. You realize that, right? Like you literally just said something that would show that it's a negative thing for y'all to sleep around. That's basically what
I
you
think
just
it's
said.
being projected as like I think it's being projected onto us as a negative thing. Like I'm not saying like, yeah, I'm all for women sleeping around, whatever, like do what everybody wants to fucking do. But I just think because of certain things, like we're able to detach from somebody we had sex with just as easily as you guys are.
Yeah, but explain why. The reason why is because y'all slept around with a bunch of people. That's not a good thing. Like they're like
don't
a
think it's
woman be because think about it. If I'm a man and I want to be with a woman that I want to marry one day and have children with and everything, why would I want to be with a woman that detaches easily from sex?
But it could be the same thing. Like a girl loses her virginity to one guy and then he breaks her heart, causes her all of this trauma. Just because she carries that over to the next guy, it doesn't mean that she slept around with everybody. It's like based off of experience.
For sure.
No, but what I'm saying though is guys do not like this is why guys want a young girl and like women want a man with experience and men want women with inexperience, with no experience. We're opposites, okay? Because guys don't get into our prime until 30, 35. Women are beautiful at 22. You know, so like we're opposites in a lot of things, and one of those things is that we want a woman that doesn't have a lot of sexual experience because she's going to enjoy sex better with us. She's going to want to stay with us longer. It's statistically proven that after a woman has had over 10 bodies, it's like a 40% higher chance of her divorcing you.
I don't agree with that at all.
You don't agree with stats with with statistics that are facts? You don't have to agree with it. It's not about what you agree with. It's an actual statistic. It's actually after five, it's like already up 30%. And then after 10, it goes up 40 more percent to 70%. And women initiate 80% of divorces, ladies. So y'all can sit here and say that y'all don't break stuff off.
I don't necessarily
but it happens
think
all
there's
the
a
time.
problem with that. I feel like it's to the
Well, yeah,
point
don't get me
where we're
wrong.
kind of
Sometimes it is warranted, but that's a huge number. Like that means that if a guy is getting married, there's an 80% chance, and then it goes up 10% more if she's college educated. So yeah, there's that.
no hope for me.
Done for. But that's why guys take it so seriously, you know, like but the more y'all understand men, the more y'all will be able to connect with them and have a better guy possibly one day. Do you have any more critiques against me, guys? Y'all can say whatever y'all want. I love getting bitched at. I'm
Is that
serious.
your red
What's
flag?
your- I was
Yes,
What's
no,
your red
for
flag?
sure. My biggest red flag
Oh,
is definitely I
you're
like to
very-
argue.
I would say,
I
yeah,
like to
your red
argue.
flag, you think you're right. Like you like to
he's
go back
very
and
All the time.
set
forth,
in
like
his ways.
not debate. It's like, oh, I'm gonna talk to you, but like I'm
Mhm,
still
but I'm still
right.
going
like
right.
you can say what you want to say, but I'm right. Like,
Statistics say this.
statistics, like I know my shit. Like okay,
You
Right.
got the numbers
keep
for
an
you.
open mind.
Well, yeah,
like,
I
oh,
mean,
relax.
well,
relax.
I mean, like you said, women are emotional, and yeah, men are logical. Men like to use logic and statistics and facts to figure out what we want to do in our life, and women use emotion.
No,
but
no,
that's
no, no,
also,
That don't
but
mean
there's,
not be
I don't know
open minded though.
Huh?
Yeah.
You're like my way or the highway.
Right.
It is what it is.
well, this is because I'm very educated in what I'm
Yeah,
talking about. These
for
are things
sure.
that I've been talking about for a long time. These
That
things
you
that I've been
read?
practicing. Huh?
That you read. Things that you read.
Well,
Or
some of it's stuff that I
experienced.
read, and a lot of it is what I've experienced. So y'all to know a little bit more about me. My girlfriend, that's my 5th serious relationship that I've lived with a girl. I'm 31 years old. I have nothing but girls that are my friends. My whole life, I have 4 sisters. I grew up in a hair salon with my mom, and I have a stepmom. I'm very connected with women. I'm very. I didn't start arguing back against women probably until I started this show. But for the most part, I've always been the guy that I've always had a big group of friends that are girls. I've always been very connected with women. So a lot of what I'm saying, I know for a fact because I have tons of best friends that are women. I've always been surrounded by women, and that all my best friend that I went to prom with she was my best friend. Like we weren't dating, she was my best friend. Like, and so I'm very connected to women. So when I read all these statistics over the last couple of years and I learned a lot of these facts, it already just it just reinforced what I already knew. It reinforced what I already had seen my whole life, basically.
And
Okay,
y'all
we
did say y'all
understand
like
you
a man
now.
with confidence, didn't you?
Yeah,
he
but-
definitely got it.
Yeah, and don't get me
Confidence,
wrong.
but don't do too much. Don't do too
Right.
much. That's what I
Confidence, but not
said.
cocky, right?
It's
Confidence,
not
but
what
not
it
cocky.
Keep
say.
it player. Keep
Say
it player.
it.
Just keep it player. That's how I feel.
Keep it P.
Yeah,
All right.
right.
For sure.
All right, so now I want to know, guys. It says, what annoying trait does someone have on the panel? So I'm just gonna tell y'all all what annoying traits y'all have.
Wow.
that might keep you from getting a man.
I feel like I know mine.
I'm very high.
We'll start with you this time. I think she's gonna fight me, man. She keeps looking at me like she's gonna fight me. All right.
I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. Like, come on.
The only annoying trait you have is you're just argumentative, and that's
No, I'm
it.
not.
She just argued back.
Confirmed.
No,
Confirmed.
listen. I'm open-minded, and I like to get to the facts, and I like to hear different perspectives. Like, it just has to make sense.
You want to plead your case?
Well, it's
There
also.
we go.
Is there anything that I said tonight that you were kind of like, you know what, he's right. You know, I'll like, yeah, I agree with that. Or was most of it where you like, he's fucking wrong about all this shit?
Most of it was right, but I want to say,
Then you're not that argumentative. Then I'll take it back.
I would say everything was right. You did make some very good points, except for one thing when we were talking about like 50-50 or something like that. Like saying, what was it? I was basically going to say that like if you have someone like the man who's the provider and he's confident in all that, he's not going to let you go 50-50 with him.
You're completely correct. I agree with you. Yeah,
And
that's a fact.
because like if you even like let's say you try to step in or you try to do anything like from my
You're
experience,
emasculating him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I've done things like try to get ahead of him and he'll like make up for whatever that I did.
Yeah.
Like he'll double it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you on that one. Okay, annoying trait for you.
What's up?
You're argumentative also. The only thing that like you do a lot that would really make men mad, but this is just because you're a mother, is that you just argue, or like you try to talk over other people. And like, yeah, that's because like you always have to do that. Like you have a kid, like you're constantly always probably telling a kid like you need to do this, you need to do that, and they're probably trying to yell at you and you're yelling back. So I understand why you do that. I don't think that it's necessarily just because like you're a very masculine person. It's just that you have a kid. That's
I
why.
don't think that's the reason. I only talk over people who feel like they're really finna pop their shit and shut me down. I feel like that's where you was going. So I had to, get
Yep.
my
Masculine,
little point in
man.
there.
Y'all gotta be masculine.
It's called the need to be right.
The need to be
I don't
right.
even gotta be
You
right,
need
but
to
you're
hear
gonna
me
hear
out,
you're gonna
right?
hear my
You gonna
point.
hear me out.
Yeah, I just want to be
You gonna
heard.
hear me.
You don't even have to yell.
Gotta
I
do the
hate
clap.
yelling. I'm
Gotta
gonna
do
make
the
sure you feel
clap.
me, okay? You gonna feel where I'm coming from.
You gotta hear it. For you, your annoying trait, I don't have a lot for you because it seems like you're really feminine and you're like you really will fall into your role for the right guy, and like that's the only thing that's really annoying sometimes for guys. Like you don't want to deal with a girl that's not wanting to fall into her role, and you're like really like fuck yeah, if he's the right dude, I'm in it. So like as long as you have that, you're not that annoying. Like there's not like just don't argue with the guy, which you already know. I don't have to
I
tell
could
you
see
anything.
that because I could be dominant at sometimes, and I'm like, let me take control of this, and it's like, no, he's
Yeah.
gonna.
If he's the right if he's the right dude, let him do it.
For sure.
For you, you're like you already said, like you already told everybody, like you're very argumentative person, like you like, or like if he says one thing to you, you're gonna be like, oh hell no, like and like that's really bad though. Like I gotta say,
Well,
it's a
but I will
super
say
negative.
It's based on like, okay, so like it's based on how he talks to me. Like if he can, like it's not what you say, it's how you say it, right? So if you can talk to me, like, because I'm really sensitive, so if you can say whatever the fuck you have to say in a way that I understand it and I'm not getting my feelings hurt, I'm green, right? But if you're on some wild, like disrespectful, the tone, then it's like, oh, who are you talking to? Like, oh, like
So this kind of goes back to the girl that left the show last week whenever I argued with her. It wasn't even my show. It was another guy's show. He was using my panel and stuff. And I just came and sat down at the end of his show and argued with her. And but that's basically, exactly what it was that she, well, I don't even want to bring that up, I guess. But yeah, like if you're too much in that energy, you're never going to find a guy, because as soon as like he just argues with you a little bit, you're always going to be coming right back. And like it's just like they were telling me the whole time it was my tone, but men are logical. We're going to talk with you in a logical tone, and like if the tone bothers you, it's like I told the girl on the show, I said, "Fuck your feelings. Like I don't care about your feelings."
I might have actually seen that one.
I'm trying to debate with you. I'm trying to have a conversation with you. I don't care about your feelings at the moment. And what you got to understand is like we can do this on this panel because me and you aren't dating. We're not trying. There's nothing going on between us.
But if we were dating and you were talking to
you
me
would
like
have
this,
emotion.
I wouldn't flip out. I'd be like, okay, cool, we're debating. Like I can debate and we can have a conversation up until the point where you're raising your voice voice at me, or you're calling me out of my name, you're being disrespectful. Then that's when we both can turn shit up,
Well,
because I don't know who
it's
you're
like
talking to.
it's like the work thing I told you about. You got to turn it off, because the thing is, like,
Yeah.
it's so easy for it to start doing this. Like, and if you can let it do this, if you can let it to where he does this and he's telling you, hey, you need to be doing this shit or this, and he might be saying it kind of mean, like, hey, you need to not be doing that. You need to be doing this. Instead of you being like, hey, fuck you, I don't want to do it, you know. Instead of doing that, you should be like, okay, daddy, and that's it, and that's it. Just listen to what he says.
I got you.
Like,
Okay.
yeah, but I just want you to
I'm
try
like,
it.
I'm gonna do it, but don't say it like that next time.
But I'm just gonna say, just try it one time. Rest in your femininity that one time and just see if it makes a difference. You know, just test this out the next time you're actually in a relationship. Try it.
I
You
have
know,
a
I will say
question
I
for
tried
you.
it, but it is really uncomfortable when you're so like, and until I was like trying more so to be more feminine, I didn't realize how masculine I was coming across and how uncomfortable the transition is to like sit back and let somebody like, oh, I can do this, I can do that. Like, it's hard because you want to be like, no, I got it, but then you're trying to remember like, no, yeah, I got it, but I shouldn't fucking have it. So
you just gotta be
for
careful, because
sure.
there's no regulating it. There's no regulation. So that means that, you know, he goes up here and then you go up here and then you up. There's no regulation. You know, there's no referee that's gonna run in. There's nobody that's gonna come throw a flag and say, hey, red flag, y'all gotta stop doing this. You know. So that's why you need to be that person if you can, because the guy's not always gonna be stoic, like I was telling you. The guy's not always gonna be a perfect stoic stone and just let you let your emotion, like, in my opinion, a man is supposed to be a stone and the woman is the emotional ocean, and he's supposed to be able to take the waves of that, and as a stone stays as a stone. But most guys aren't like that today. So you got to be careful.
I have a question for you, because so you are obviously critiquing her anger and like her attitude on what is presented to her. So why should she be the bigger person if she's getting talked to a certain way?
Because she's a woman. Because she's
No,
Well,
it goes both
yeah,
ways.
because
I'll explain
typically
to
I
you.
will say how it happens in my experience is I will be like, all right, like, I don't like how you're talking to me. Like, relax, like to the point to where I'm begging. And like everybody that's really close to me knows, like, my final, like, before shit's finna pop off, I'm gonna say, stop talking to me, or I'm gonna slap you in your face.
Literally, I'll
like
give you
that's
a
like
warning.
my limit, to where I'm like, you're really fucking pissing me off. I'm at my limit. Like, leave me alone, because if you say one more thing to me, we're finna set shit off, because that's clearly what you wanted to do, because I was begging you to stop.
Well, please
So-
please don't ever get physical from words. Also, if he says something that makes,
figure of speech.
okay,
It's
I'm just making sure.
like,
Just making
yes.
sure. I had to.
No, just like an expression of like, you're like, I have no more words, I have nothing, so like, please leave me the fuck alone, like, you know.
Okay.
And then, if not, then great, now we're about to go up and up and up, like you said.
Okay. Annoying trait for you. You're very confident, super confident, which is fine. You're a pretty girl. Like, why wouldn't you be confident? You know. But just don't let that hurt you, because it's very easy for you to be too overly confident and then pass up the good people or something. You know, because you're sitting here thinking you deserve, you know, this really guy that makes a lot of money or something and all this stuff, but really, like, those guys are sleeping around or something all the time, or they're spinning plates, which, if you don't know what that means, it means that they're fucking a lot of girls at once, but they're just keeping you reeled in, you know. So like, just be careful, because you could easily get trapped by one of them, or you're gonna have too much confidence for like the guy that's right under that, you know.
Yeah, and answer them damn text messages too.
Yeah.
Shit.
Blaze
Just let them know
Lightyear.
what it is.
Blaze Lightyear with the $20. Let's get the fun started. For your husband, you can only pick 2 out of 3: successful, attractive, and faithful. The one you don't pick will be the opposite of the description. If you omit attractive, it means he is ugly, and so on. Okay, so yeah, if you had to choose 2 of the 3, successful, attractive, or faithful. Successful, attractive, or faithful. You can only pick 2. I already know what you are all going to answer.
You know, I got a reason for everything, but I'm gonna say
Successful, attractive, faithful.
successful and faithful.
Successful and faithful. Okay.
So he could be ugly.
How ugly are we talking?
Yeah, ugly. It means he's ugly.
Because you can have an ugly man, but he be confident as hell. Then his
Yeah.
demeanor, like, hella.
Sometimes
True.
that doesn't help.
True.
So, I mean, I would have to go with successful and faithful. for
Successful
sure.
and faithful.
The same thing.
Successful and faithful.
Come back to me. Oof.
What would you choose?
2 out of 3. That's hard. But I'll say successful.
Talking to the mic.
I'll say successful and faithful.
Successful and faithful.
So as a model, you're gonna hang out with an ugly dude.
Well,
She could probably boss him up though. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Every,
Okay.
every
They
time
ain't
y'all
no
walk
help.
into a place, they're all gonna look
I-
at you, not him.
Dudes aren't like females. We can't wear makeup and put in some weave and all that other shit.
You gotta
We
go.
can't- we can't-
so I'm gonna just pretend like we're going based off of something that was asked earlier, about like the pimp or simp situation. So if we're going straight off of that, I might pick successful and attractive. I don't know. I
You're
don't
okay
know.
with the unfaithful dude,
Only if we're going off like the pimp versus simp situation.
where he's not cheating all the time.
Oh yeah,
A
but if
once
it's
every
like
a year thing.
Cause like, did anybody watch like Marriage Boot Camp or whatever it was? Or
Mm-hmm.
okay, never mind. There was a
seen it.
situation like that on there. If
Well,
we're
that's
going
good,
based
though.
off of that,
That's-
but
that's good,
outside
though.
of that,
Okay.
I might go with attractive
Yeah.
and faithful. Cause
Yo,
I'm
shout
a
out to all
boss
the-
bitch, so like I
Yeah.
could, you know.
Yeah, shout out to the
Couldn't do
girls that
someone
don't need that
ugly.
just will take an ugly guy.
Yo, shout out to all the ugly men out there
No,
hustling.
medium ugly.
Not
Medium
ugly.
Not
Just
ugly.
No, y'all said ugly. Y'all bitches said ugly. Y'all said Taco Bell ugly. Nope. Y'all said ugly.
Alright,
It didn't say not your type. It said ugly. Hideous. It was ugly. Ugly. No take backs. No take backs.
She's the only one that's got to have an attractive dude one day, but she's gonna get cheated on at the same time. So I guess she wins. All right.
There's no winning out here.
Right.
We all lose. If that's the choice, we all lose.
Out here kissing
Man,
frogs.
I don't want to give. I'm supposed to give y'all a physical critique. It's way better when the guys and the girls are giving each other. I'm not gonna give y'all a physical critique. That's just wrong. And I'm
I
not.
feel like
I'm gonna rate y'all as a number though. I like to rate a relationship number based off of not how pretty y'all are, based off of what I think y'all would be in a relationship. 10 being the best type of girlfriend, or a 1 being a shitty girlfriend. I think if you're with the right guy, I think that you're probably like a 4 or a 5. Like,
What?
Not even
that's
average.
low as fuck.
I'm finna walk
I
out.
mean,
I'm scared.
I'm just
Not
being.
even average?
I think you'd be an average girlfriend. Yeah,
You
just
said
based off.
4.
Well, because you want to Instagram, like you
average.
like you're really fighting for like certain things that just like I wouldn't want to fight with you
Look,
about
if
those
your
type of
logic
things.
cannot beat mine, I'm not budging. Like,
Okay. Well, yeah.
but really,
Maybe a 3
4?
actually. What about you? For you, and if I'm just being honest, like this is all just because of having a kid. Like guys who like so guys really don't like baby mamas. I mean, they will sleep with baby mamas all day. Like I said, you're gonna have all the guys always that would want to sleep. Like you're gonna have unlimited plethora of that for the rest of your life. But there's not gonna be a lot of guys that will want to lock you down or have kids with you again. So that because of that, I'm gonna give you a 1, but it's just because of that. Like it's just
my God.
it's just the kids thing. If you did not have a kid,
That's
if you did not have a kid, you would easily be a 5 or a 6. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
I'm
But
trying to heat stuff up again.
I'm doing this based off of relationships and guys, and guys who want relationships, they honestly sometimes don't want the lady that has a kid already. I'm sorry, I'm just being honest.
We all
It's
just
not
gave
fair.
you
Like I said,
compliments,
you'd be
and
a
you out
5
here
or
tearing
6.
us down.
Okay.
No, I'm not. No, I'm
I
not.
feel like he's being fair. I will say I
I'm
feel like
being-
he's
I'm
being
being-
fair.
Being fair. Okay.
Look, here.
Mm.
I'll give you all this. On a scale of 1 to 10 of my looks, I think I'm a 5. Okay, I think I'm average. I don't think I'm attractive. I don't think I'm super ugly. I think I'm a 5. So just so y'all understand how my scale works. So I'm saying if I'm calling you a 5, I'm saying you're average. I'm not saying that you're shitty at relationships, but I'm also not saying you're an awesome girlfriend either. But you're average. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not saying that you're a bad girlfriend. It's just the kid thing. I swear. Don't take it painful. It's just a
I
kid
just
thing.
don't understand that from a man's perspective. Like, y'all can have
I'll explain why.
3 baby mamas.
Okay.
and
Talk
10
about it.
kids,
Okay.
and really be trying to pop out shit, but because I have 1 child,
I'll explain to you why. Think about it.
they
Guys who
chose
have a
not to
shit ton.
settle.
But think about guys who have a lot of kids with a lot of women. They're usually like it's usually like still attract. Like there's a reason why. What's his
Still
name? Who's still having who's still having girls have his kids? I can't think of Nick Cannon. There's something attractive about that for some reason. I don't agree with it. I don't think a guy should have a bunch of different women and do that. But there's something attractive about a guy doing that. Okay, I don't know why.
Okay.
I don't
It's
think
been like that for
that's
thousands of
attractive,
years.
but probably
Attractive to who?
To some women.
I'm
To
sure
some
they
women.
take care of the like he takes care of the household, so like that's what
I hope
attracts
so.
them.
I
They have
I
no
hope he's able
drama.
to do
I
all
don't see
that.
no drama with them.
Yeah, he's a bunch of sister wives.
He be finding the right
Sister
bitches. That's
wives.
why he be finding the right bitches.
Yeah, he
That's
got
why it's no
sister
problem.
wives.
Yeah.
For you, you're really good for a relationship, honestly. I would probably give you like a 7 or 8. And the only reason is because you're really in your femininity and you're really submissive. And that's like everything, I feel like, to most guys, and you're young still. So you have a lot going for you, honestly.
Thank you.
For you, it's just the age and the masculinity with your job. That's all your negatives are. And like most guys like being with argumentative girl, like there's a Bible verse that says it's better to live on the corner of the roof of a house than to have an argumentative woman. And like that's literally in the Bible. It's been there for thousands of years, and there's a reason. Men have always not wanted to be with a girl that's annoying or talks too much or does anything like that. So I'm just going to give you like a 4. And the only reason is just because of that. If you work on those things, you could easily pop up. And like your age kind of keeps you down too. But if you could just fix the argumentative stuff, I really think you could easily be up at a 6 or 7 or 8. For you, you're like her where you're young. So you're going to have a high number because guys are looking for a relationship with a young girl, a young, pretty girl like you, like lots of them. But at the same time, I think that you're still very confident. Like your confidence is going to hold you back because you like the modeling stuff. You really want your Instagram. You really want to be able to, kind of do what you want. That shit's going to hold you back. So I would give you like a 5 because of that. But yeah, it's like her, you would move up a lot if you can just get rid of some of that, like kind of fall into your femininity a little bit. You would easily move up to like a 7 or 8 if you just fell into your femininity a little bit more. And just if a right guy comes along, kind of listen to him. And if he's like, hey, get rid of your shit, get rid of your Instagram, it might be worth it. He might make $200,000 a year, so it might be worth it, maybe not.
No, can I kind of comment on what he said with like the 2 that are younger? I fully agree with what he's saying. Like there is like maybe right now it doesn't seem like it, but there is like this weird gap to when you get to like 26, 27, and I'm like freshly 28, and it's like something clicks to where it's like, damn, like your dating pool goes down very minimally. Like he's saying, like I wish that when I was 23, 24, I was taking it more serious and being more serious about like the quality of men that I was going after instead of being like fucking sad and whatever over men that were not shit. And having to learn in my later, close to my 30s, like be more feminine, like be more this and that, when I could have learned it when I was y'all's age.
And
like,
habits,
you have the opportunity.
And habits are so hard today too.
They are.
Yeah. So because like think about our parents were getting married so young, our grandparents got married so young. So they got into the habit of how to be a good partner very quick. How to be a good teammate is what I say. And like we're not doing that. A lot of us are learning about relationships from just sleeping with people and not having real. So next thing you know, like a lot of guys, I teach a lot of guys, y'all got to get into relationships as soon as possible, because if you stay a virgin or you stay not sleeping around, you're gonna hate women in 10 years because none of them are giving you the attention you want. And then for women, it's the opposite though. If y'all don't sit there and try really hard to vet super hard on these guys, y'all are gonna hate men in 10, 15 years because you keep dealing with these wrong ones, and we're all going to point at you and say, take accountability. You shouldn't have been messing with those guys. Like we're all going to, like all the guys that are making money and that you really want, we're all going to be like, sorry, like we don't want that anymore, Yeah. So I can't really do the last one because smash or pass. We're definitely not doing that. I don't think y'all are all lesbians. So yeah, I guess we're just gonna close it up for the night, guys. I really appreciate everybody for coming. Thank you for taking all my ridicule. We'll give actually a last word from everybody. If anybody wants to say anything back, talk shit about the show, talk shit to the chat guy, talk shit to my producers. If y'all want to say anything or just what you liked about the show, go ahead. Just the last thoughts.
I think the show was good. I had a great time here.
You had a good time? Thank you. You'll have to come back. I'm going to be doing shows where I bring girls back who already came on and do like reunion shows. Like Monday will be my first one. Okay. So yeah, I'll definitely love to have you back. What about you?
Sam, I thought the show was really good. To be honest, I was one of the ones texting my friends like, these assholes, like, they're trying to bring women on and talk hot shit. Okay. I was totally prepared for that. So it was better than I expected. A lot less like, putting people down than what I guess maybe I kind of picked up on based on other things. But I liked it. I think it surprisingly was similar, but different than what I was thinking it was going to be. So I totally enjoyed it. Good conversation.
Oh, good. Thank you. What about you?
I would say I liked it only because there is like a diverse conversation of different things. Yeah, it's just fun.
Okay, good.
Good environment.
Yeah, and don't always judge me by the clips, because the only things that you're gonna see are the clips that are like really bad.
I was like, are we clickbaiting here? Like, is some of this like, let me see. I was hesitant, but okay, yeah. I like it.
What about you?
I
Last
hate it
thoughts.
here.
Somebody's
Look,
being honest
you
tonight.
need to leave.
Somebody's being honest.
I'm just kidding. I really did enjoy it. I did like hearing everybody's like different mindsets and everything like that. So
Okay.
I like it.
Oh, good. I'm sorry. Please don't leave me.
Please
She's
don't
gonna beat my
say it.
ass in the
I
parking
wanna
lot
leave.
tonight.
Gotta hold it back. Like
No,
Don't
no.
hurt me.
I already
Walk out
know
number two.
that I have a very different perspective on a lot of things. That's just me as a person. So I mean, I learned.
You have a lot of experience too.
Mhm.
A lot more experience than most people at this table probably. Like because of having a kid and stuff.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, even like when I was younger at 23, I really wasn't just out there dating and hot popping it. I was very to myself, chill. Like I'm the homegirl. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, you try to start a family early,
I
so you
don't-
must be that type in
No,
some
not
way.
even trying to start.
Oh, you weren't
early.
trying?
No,
It was an accident.
Yeah. But I mean, proud of my baby boy, but
Yeah. No. All right. Thank you so much
it
for
was an
coming. Though.
experience.
No, thank you. I'm happy that we were able to play fair ball, I guess you could say.
Yeah, it was coming from
One last chat. Hombre of the house, $5. Thank you, bro. Which is sexier, in-home jack of all trades, car home repair guy, or just pay someone to do it all? Would you like a guy that fixes everything, like he fixes your car, does all the stuff for you, like changes your oil and stuff, or a guy that doesn't do anything, he just pays somebody to do it all?
you can pay somebody.
You can pay somebody.
I don't like those who pay people to do everything.
You want a guy that can do it all?
I want you to be hands-on because that's lazy to me.
Okay. Hands-on sexy.
I've experienced hands-on, but I would say if it's easier and we're both busy, pay somebody to do that shit.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
what the fuck? Pull up to the crib and do it.
I don't care as long as I'm not worried about it. If it's not on my plate, do what you gotta do.
The man needs to lead and do his job.
Just do your job. I shouldn't be worried about it. Handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with her.
Yeah, just handle it in any way.
'Cause
Yeah, this time, usually the panels are like, we love those handymen. But yeah, I guess not this time, just one person. All right, man. Well, we're going to close it out. Thank y'all, everybody, for coming. Really appreciate you guys. We'll see y'all again on Monday. I got a special episode of Nothing But Girls returning. Full panel of girls that have already been on the show. We're going to ask them if the dating advice helped them get any better dates, or, just an update on their dating life and see if anything's changed or if I helped them at all. So yeah, we'll see y'all guys on Monday. Y'all have a good night. Thank you, ladies, for coming. We will see y'all.
And everyone, please follow the ladies on Instagram.
Yeah, follow them on Instagram when I tag them up. Thank
don't
you guys.
follow me because I got a kid.
That's
don't
a red
follow her, don't follow her at all.
Follow me if you don't have kids.
Okay.